national championship game. He's in his 23rd season as a head coach. 167-96 is his record. His other 5 seasons were spent at Northwestern Oklahoma State right around the year 2000, right at the turn of the century. And he's in his 18th year at Emporia State, 116-87, tied for the most wins in Emporia State football history. Broncos will receive the kickoff as toe to leather, and this one's into the end zone for a touchback, and UCO will have it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Let's meet those Broncos up front offensively. Left tackle Robert Givens, senior out of Anadarko. Left guard Montrell Lee, senior out of Dell City, was voted O-Lineman of the Year last year in the MIAA. The center tonight is Cameron Brannicky, getting the start for the injured Gabe Grazier, the redshirt sophomore out of Dallas, Texas Flower Mound. The right guard is Adam Garina, senior out of Fresno, California, Clovis North High School. And Matt Garner, the right tackle, the senior out of Moore, Oklahoma, South Moore. Jed Huff is the quarterback, and William Mason will start in the backfield on 1st down. Working out of the shotgun from the left hash, Mason moves from right to left. Huff takes the snap, throws in the flat, complete to Hagen Hacker. Hacker bounces off his own blocker at the 24 and is able to fight forward for about 2 yards to the 27. Hacker, one of 3 starting receivers. He's a sophomore out of Grove, Oklahoma. The other receiver is Ashton Schumann, sophomore out of League City, Texas, and a transfer out of Tulsa. Schumann, leading receiver for the Broncos, 505 yards and 2 touchdowns on the year. 2nd down, Huff throws it out in the flat right side. This one's complete to the 30, out to the 31-yard line. And it's another grab for Hacker, his 2nd catch of the game. This one gains 4, and the Broncos are going to have an early 3rd down and 4. William Mason getting the start at running back tonight. Mason, leading rusher for the Broncos, 604 yards, averages 7 yards a carry. And Jed Huff, of course, the quarterback. 3rd down, Huff will throw. Huff has a man wide open. It's done. Downfield, makes the catch, stays inbound, 45-40. Down the sideline, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds near the 40. Boy, Dunn was wide open behind the defense on a busted coverage, and Jed Huff finds him for a big gainer. It's 30 yards from Huff to Dominique Dunn. That's Dunn's longest catch of the season, and the Broncos have 1st and 10 at the 40. UCO moving quick here as Mason goes in motion out of the backfield. Huff looks, throws, pass deflected and incomplete.
Those passes tipped at the line.
It'll be a 2nd and 10. Huff tried to find Schumann on the slant route. Jed Huff, the redshirt junior, 5'8", 195 out of College Station, Texas. In his 2nd season with the Broncos after transferring from the University of Houston. Huff, 768 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the year. Jet sends a man in motion. It's Javon Thomas. He hands it off up the middle to Mason, bouncing outside right. Mason looking to break a tackle. He's grabbed around the waist, and he's able to get to the 36. It's only a gain of 4. That will set up a 2nd down and 4. From the 36-yard line. Huff, right hash. Hands to Mason, countering right to left, hitting the backfield, and he's going to be driven down. The initial penetration came from Landon Boss. And Booker makes the tackle, and now it's 4th down for UCO. I don't think that's right. I thought it was 3rd down, but it is a 4th down. That's right, you did have the tip ball on 1st down, so it is 4th and 8 for the Broncos at the 38. We've got an official timeout here. Our referee, Phil Lombardi, umpire Daniel Funk. Line judge is Joe Hattinger, Carmen Doremus Kinley, the back judge, Jack Marr, the field judge, Rick Sabbath, the side judge, Tyus Heinrich Schweiger, the center judge, and Casey Farley.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 13 minutes, 50 seconds. It will start on my signal.
So a clock issue, and the Broncos have it 4th down and 8 at the 38-yard line in Emporia territory. UCO going to go for it here into the wind. Too far for a field goal. Huff sends Schumann in motion from left to right. Now back to the left as Huff takes the snap. Blitz comes, picked up. Huff fires one deep left side. Hacker makes the grab. Touchdown Broncos! Jed Huff to Hagen Hacker from 38 yards. It's a 4th down touchdown. And UCO leads 6-0 under a minute and a half into this ball game. Hagen Hacker with his 3rd catch of the drive. And UCO goes right down the field, 75 yards. in 7 plays for the touchdown. Joseph Kim on for the extra point. Jet Huff will hold it. Draven Gragg will snap it back to him. Snap is back. The hold is down. Joseph Kim gets the kick away cleanly, and he knocks it through. 13:37 to go first quarter. Broncos strike first. It's 7-0 UCO. 7-play, 75-yard touchdown drive for the Broncos, as Joseph Kim will kick this one away for UCO. Kick is going to be taken at the goal line, and it's going to be returned out of the end zone despite being told to stop by the other return man, and returned out to the 20-yard line where the Broncos make the tackle. So that does not pay off for Andre Beasley from Muskogee, who took it a yard deep. He's going to get out to the 20, and so that's where Emporia State will start this drive. Hornets ranked number 54 in the country, points per game. They are 19th in the country in total offense and 5th in all of Division II in passing offense. So this is a high-powered offense with Ben Harris, the quarterback, and Kearns, the running back, on first down from the 21 officially. Harris takes the snap and hands to Kearns. Running right, Kearns looking to get outside, and he's tackled after no gain. Connor Johnson shoots the gap and gets him at the 21. It'll be no gain and a 2nd and 10 upcoming for Emporia.
Second down.
On second down, Kearns is in motion out to the left, so empty backfield for Harris now. 5 receivers. Harris looking right, throws quick, right side, pass incomplete. Caught on the sideline by Braden Waters. He plays safety for the Broncos, and he was over in the bench area, so closer to him than any receiver. And now it's a 3rd down and 10 on this opening drive for Emporia State from the 21. Harris claps his hands, now looks to the sideline. 3 receivers wide, bunched out to the right, 2 to the left. From the right hash, Harris, quarterback draw. Harris looking to run and bounce outside. Connor Johnson slings him down. Johnson got a hold of him and took him to the turf back at the 20. It'll be a loss on the play, and it's a 3 and out for Emporia State. The Hornets will punt it right away. One thing to note today for the Broncos, Jackson Laminack, normal punt returner, is out with injury, so Antoine Gilbreth will be back to receive the punt. Laminack's fielded every punt this year. For Emporia State, Dylan Davidson, number 1 in the country, 46.9 per kick, back in punt formation. Snap is good. The kick is away. It's a wobbly kick. Gilbreth is going to let it bounce. It takes a big bounce right to him. He picks it up at the 34, and he fights out to the 36 for a 2-yard return.
Number 14, Gilbreth.
So that is a punt of 46 yards with the return of 2, and there's a timeout on the field. 12:18 to go first quarter, 7-0 UCO with the lead. This is UCO Bronco football.
Bronco fans, get on your feet. It's time.
Radio@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you up here in the broadcast booth tonight, UCOradio@gmail.com. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Jalen Cottrell in the backfield. Cottrell missed the second half last week in Hayes. There's a fake handoff and a pass over the middle to Schumann, who's out across midfield and all the way down to the 47 in Emporia State territory. That's a gain of 17 from Jet Huff to Ashton Schumann, who makes his first catch of the night. Broncos going quick from the Emporia 47. Huff. Play action, going deep, middle of the field, no one open. A flag comes in, and this is going to be a hold or a pass interference on Emporia State. As the guilty party that time, it looked like Tyler Schultz had Schumann in coverage down the middle. Schumann looked like he got grabbed
pass interference. There. Defense, number 21. 15-yard foul from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
So it is a pass interference, as you hear from our referee tonight, and that'll move the ball from the 47 all the way down to the 32. So UCO on the move already on their 2nd possession of the game. These two teams have met 12 times in their history, all since UCO joined the MIAA in 2012. Emporia State leads the series 8-4. 1st down handoff. Cottrell running right. Jalen to the 30 and gets down to about the 29-yard line.
Jalen Cottrell on the carry for the
Gain of about 3 on the play. We'll set up a 2nd down and 7 as Dakota Robinson makes the tackle for Emporia State. 2nd down from the 29 and 7. Huff, this time play action, rolling left, now back to his right, looking for a block. No one there. He just throws it away. Well covered and well defended by Emporia State, and Jet Huff just has to throw that one into the sideline. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 now for UCO at the Emporia 29. The wind is right in UCO's face, so this would be a 46-yard field goal from where they're currently at, so the Broncos may find themselves in 4-down territory here. Huff with Cottrell to his left and 4 receivers on 3rd down. Jet takes the snap, 3-man rush, looks left, now down the middle, throws down the middle, pass behind his intended receiver Thomas, and incomplete. Boy, that was Clem McCullough in coverage, and McCullough kind of went for the kill shot there to knock the ball away from Thomas and had a chance for an interception, I think, had he not gone for the hit. It is 4th down, and the Broncos are going to go for it. They scored their first touchdown on a 4th down.
4th down, Broncos.
This is at the 29. UCO needs to get it to the 22 on this 4th and 7. Huff standing in the shotgun. Schumann in motion on the left side. 4-man rush as Huff steps back, throws, pass is intercepted. Intercepted by Schultz and returned from the 15 out across the 20 and pushed out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Jet Huff's pass is intercepted by...
So the turnover for UCO is Tyler Schultz, who I mentioned had 5 picks last year. Makes his first of this year. I believe we do have a flag down on the play as there's some pushing and shoving afterwards, and we'll see if this is an after-the-fact foul. They mark him out of bounds at the 28, which is a really good spot. Like he got pushed out about the 26.
After the interception, dead ball, personal foul, Emporia State. That penalty will be half the distance to the goal. 1st down, Emporia State.
So the penalty is on Emporia State. Didn't give a number on that, but it moves the ball from the 28 back to the 14. So the Hornets still get the turnover, but will start back inside their own 15-yard line. Emporia went nowhere on their opening drive and had to punt it away. But they get the turnover here, and we'll start at the 14. Harris on 1st down, play action. It's a quarterback run. He's rolling right. He can't get away from Connor Johnson again. Johnson gets him back at the 13 for a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. Connor Johnson, the senior out of Lincoln Christian High School in Tulsa. 2nd down, little pitch play, running to the left. At the 11, at the 13, Johnny Wilson makes the tackle as that one was pitched to the wide receiver Kingsley Bennett on a little end around. It's no gain, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 11 for Emporia at the 13. Johnny Wilson did a good job coming from left defensive end all the way to the right side to make that tackle for no gain. 3rd down, Harris will throw it. Harris looking left, throwing left, and incomplete. Kingsley Bennett hadn't even made the cut in his route yet, and it's thrown out of bounds. And again, the Hornets will go 3 and out. Broncos defense forcing another punt. As Emporia State so far in 6 offensive plays has -1 yards in the game. And Dylan Davidson will stand in his own end zone to punt this one away. Gilbert standing all the way back at his own 35. We do have some lightning off in the distance, but it's in the east and moving east, so I think we're good here. As Davidson with a high punt, Gilbreth comes up, catches it at the 40, returnable. Gilbert to the 42, trying to spin out of a tackle, and he's gang tackled there. So only a couple yards on the return. And we have a timeout on the field. 47 yards on the punt, 2 yards on the return, and UCO will have it 1st and 10 at their own 42 with 10-11 to go 1st quarter. Broncos up 7-0. This is UCO Bronco football. You can reach us here in the booth, ucoradio@gmail.com. One other game in progress right now in the MIAA, and that's up in St. Joe, where after a rain delay, a lightning delay, I should say, Pitt State and Missouri Western are back at it, scoreless, late 1st quarter, but Pitt State on the move in Missouri Western territory. 3 finals from earlier today. We'll tell you about those. Next stoppage in play is on 1st down. The Broncos have it from their own 42. Cottrell on a handoff, running left, finds a seam, but it closes up quickly at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on the play. Tackle made for Emporia State by Aiden Hicks. And it's 2nd down and 7 from the 45. Huff moves Cottrell from left to right, takes the snap, hands to Cottrell again, running left. Jalen trying to get outside to the 45, midfield, near the first down. He's going to be about a half-yard short as he's tackled at the 48.5-yard line in Emporia State territory. He needs to get it to the 48, so the Broncos will have a third down and less than a yard here. Mentioned other games in the MIAA today. Northwest Missouri State with a statement win, 52-3 over Fort Hays today in Maryville. Missouri Southern beats Nebraska Kearney 24-16 in Joplin. And Washburn defeats Central Mo. Quarterback sneak on third down and less than a yard. And Jed Huff will follow his blockers from the 48 down to the 47 and gain the yardage needed for the first down. Officially, it's a 2-yard gain from the 49 to the 47. Ball is really at about the 48.5, and the Broncos move the chains and have it 1st and 10 at the Emporia 47. Still early in this game, even though this is the 5th possession of the game. We're just over 6 minutes into this one. Hear the wind picking up down there as Huff looking to throw. Play action throws over the middle. It's high and incomplete, intended for Christian Valeriano. And too high for him. It'll be incomplete, and it'll be a 2nd and 10.
For number 12, Christian Valeriano.
Valeriano had a
second down, Broncos.
Great touchdown catch here for his 1 touchdown this year against Central Mo. One-handed grab in the back of the end zone. He left last week's game injured, so good to see him back this week. 2nd down from the 47. It's a reverse. Mason hands to Schumann. Schumann looking to run right. Schumann gets to the 45 to the 44. And it's that man for Emporia State, Landon Boss, making the tackle. He was not fooled. It's a gain of 3, so a 3rd and 7 coming up for UCO at the Emporia State 44. That's Schumann's first rushing carry of the year, and it gains 3. So 3rd down and 7 for the Broncos from the Emporia 44. Need to get it to the 37 here. Huff claps his hands. Blitz comes. Picked up momentarily. Now he throws. Pass caught. Valeriano open. 25-20 down the seam to the 15, 10-5. He's hit. He bangs into the end zone for the touchdown. Christian Valeriano got open in the middle of the field. I think even he was surprised by how open he was. And he's able to get it into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Broncos on 2 Jet Huff touchdown passes lead 13-0 as Joseph Kim will come in for the extra point. 44 yards from Huff to Valeriano. That is Christian's 2nd touchdown of the year, and that's his longest catch of the year by quite a bit. His long before that was a 16-yarder. Draven Gragg will snap it back to Huff, and Joseph Kim will try to make it 14-0. Snap and hold are good. The kick is away. It looks good, and it is. 8:01 to go first quarter. Broncos double their lead on Jet Huff's 2nd touchdown pass. It's UCO 14, Emporia State 0. This is UCO Bronco crowd mic tonight. Kim's kicking it straight into the teeth of it here. Beasley is the man who can return this one. He takes it a yard deep in the end zone. Again, he'll return it. Up the left side to the hash mark, 20, 25. This is a big return, 30, and a good open field tackle out at the 36-yard line, as I believe that was Dalton Hurd in on the tackle for the Broncos. It was Hurd who makes the tackle, but a good return that time for Andre Beasley, and Emporia State will start at the 36-yard line with a 1st down and 10. This is the 3rd drive of the game for Emporia State. The Hornets have -1 total yards so far in this game. They've gone 3 and out twice in a row.
1st and 10, Emporia State at their own 36.
And on 1st down, Harris in the shotgun. Harris takes the shotgun snap, looks left, throws left, and it's overthrown and incomplete. Intended for Bennett, not even close to him.
Pass is incomplete. 2nd down.
Camden Crooks in at running back. He's a sophomore out of Cushing, Oklahoma. Crooks, who, if I'm not mistaken, played in a state championship game at Cushing here at UCO. 2nd down from the 36. Harris takes the snap and hands off to Crooks. Running left. Crooks up to the 40, following the pile, and fights forward all the way to the 45. That's a 9-yard run on 2nd down. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 1 now for Emporia State.
Tackle made by number 17.
First positive play of the game, literally, for the Hornets. 3rd and 1. Harris this time keeps it himself, running right. Harris gets across the 45. He gets hit hard at the 48-yard line. He's got the 1st down, but Boy, Connor Johnson and co made him pay for it. It is a 3-yard gain as Emporia will go fast on 1st and 10. Harris takes the snap, but before the snap, we got a flag down, and I think it's movement on the Hornets.
False start. Offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's the center, Brody Leitz, who must have been a snap infraction there from him. So it's a 5-yard penalty, moves the ball back to the 43, where it's 1st and 15 now for the Hornets. 7 minutes to go first quarter. Broncos on top, 14-0. Harris hands to Crooks. Crooks up the middle, gets hit by Johnny Wilson in the backfield, and he'll fight forward for a yard. Johnny Wilson came from left defensive end to make that tackle. It's a gain of 1. It moves it up to the 44. Now it's 2nd and 14.
Second down.
Bennett will check out of the game, and now Max Middleton in for Emporia State. He'll set up as that wing back on the right side, kind of the slot back in a blocking position for the Hornets, with Crooks still in the backfield to the right of Harris. 2nd down, 14. It's a fake end around. Harris trying to set up a screen to Crooks. Crooks makes the grab, but Jack Puckett's all over it. Jack Puckett read that one like a book. He was the only one out there for the Broncos, and he pushes Crooks out of bounds after a gain of 1. So it's a 3rd down and 13 for Emporia State here, as the Broncos look to get off the field again on 3rd down. Hornets need to get it to the Bronco 42-yard line. They have it at their own 45 here. Crooks in motion out of the backfield. Empty backfield for Harris. Now Crooks comes back into the backfield. Harris claps his hands. Low shotgun snap. Handles it. Looks right. Throws right. Pass caught across midfield to the Bronco 45 and knocked down at the 44. Grab made by Mason Ford, another kid out of Cushing. He's going to get to the 44 and a half, or 43 and a half. It's 4th down and about 1.5 yards, and Emporia is going to go for it here. They need to get to the 42. Hornets moving quick. Harris takes the snap, hands to Crooks, running left. Crooks hit. He's driven backwards. He doesn't get it. Wesley Hudson stood him up at the 44, and the Broncos turn him over on downs.
Brought down by number 17, Darius
Wesley Hudson and Darius Hampton team up for the tackle as Camden Crooks goes backwards on 4th down, and the Broncos take over at their own 43. UCO defense, which has been much maligned, you can see them getting better this year, and they have been really good in the first quarter of this game. As the Broncos look to step on the gas pedal here, up 14-0 with 5:27 to go here in this first quarter. I want to say hello to Tony Holcomb, who's a band parent. Got a kid in the Stampede of Sound. Appreciate Tony listening tonight. Here's a play action throw left side on 1st down. Gage Keaton makes the grab for UCO at midfield, and he fights his way forward to the 47. Be a 1/2 yard short of the 1st down, 9-yard gain. Again, you can reach out to us, ucoradio@gmail.com. Ted and Erica Thomas listening as usual from Navarre Beach, Florida. We appreciate them tonight. 2nd and 1 Broncos at the 47 in Emporia territory. Huff, play action. Looking to go long, fires it deep, right side. Hacker makes the grab inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. Boy, the Broncos are moving the ball offensively and pumping it down the field into this north wind. As Jet Huff with another completion moves the ball all the way down inside the 30. That one's 18 yards on the passing catch. 1st and 10 Broncos at the 29. Huff with Cottrell to his left. Huff throwing left side. Keaton makes the grab and he's upended. Missed block on the edge, and Keaton was kind of hung out to dry there at the 29. It'll be no gain on the play. Hagen Hacker apologizes to him as he's the one that missed the block. So it'll be 2nd and 10. I'll say hello to my sister who's listening from South Korea, where it is, let me check my watch, it is 9:29 a.m. over there right now, Sunday morning. Huff, play action on 2nd and 10. Rolling right, looking, throwing on the run. Pass is underthrown and nearly picked off. Boy, Huff got hit as he threw that one. It was Landon Boss who was all over him. And it's now a 3rd down and 10 at the 29 for the Broncos. One more hello from UCOradio@gmail.com. The Chapman family listening from Detroit, Michigan. Appreciate David Chapman hitting us up at ucoradio@gmail.com. You can reach out to us here in the booth as well, ucoradio@gmail.com. Big third down for the Broncos coming up, 3rd and 10 from the Emporia 29-yard line. Again, might be 4-down territory. Into this north wind, it would be a 46-yard field goal. Huff, 2 receivers each side, and we've got a stoppage and a timeout before the play.
Timeout.
That was very loud. We will take the timeout with them as our referee lets you know all about it. 4:01 to go in the first quarter. Broncos up 14-0. This is UCO. 3rd down and 10 for the Broncos at the 29-yard line in Emporia territory. Huff takes the shotgun snap, throws it in the flat right side. Pass caught by Schumann. Schumann turns up at the 25, and he leans forward to about the 22. It's going to set up a 4th down and 3. It would be a 39-yard field goal into this very stiff wind, and I think the Broncos are going to kick it here. So from the right hash, we'll try. Joseph Kim will try to send it through and give the Broncos a 3-score lead. Joseph Kim, 5 of 10 this year. He does have a 51-yarder, but has been inconsistent kicking the ball. He's 17 for 18 on extra points. Kim from the right hash. Driving Greg will snap it back to Jet Huff. Snap is back. The hold is down. Kim's kick has plenty of leg on it, and the kick is good. So Joseph Kim down the middle from 39 yards, and the Broncos extend their lead. 3:14 to go first quarter. It's now UCO 17, Emporia State 0. This is UCO Bronco football. 36-yard drive ends on a 39-yard Joseph Kim field goal. As Kim will kick this one away high into the end zone. Beasley will return it from 3 yards deep. Beasley out to the 10, 15, 20, 25 to the 30. And he's still on his feet across the 35 and all the way out to the 38-yard line. So Andre Beasley with a nice return. And Emporia State will start from their own 38-yard line. This will be the 4th possession for the Hornets. First possession, 3 plays, 0 yards and a punt. Second possession, 3 plays for -1 and a punt. And then last drive, 7 plays, went 21 yards and turned it over on down. So Broncos, this is actually the 4th drive, I should say, for the Hornets. As Harris empty backfield, throws it left side, pass caught by Bennett. Bennett out across the 45. He's going to have a first down. The ball's loose. It's on the ground. And it looks like Bennett got back on top of it at the 48. Nice gain of 14 yards and a first down. On first down, Harris throws left side. That one through the hands and nearly picked off. Is it intercepted? They're going to say incomplete. Boy, that ball was tipped and nearly landed in the hands for UCO of Jalen Sessions, who was back there at safety. Ill-advised pass that time by Harris, intended for Maliko Atis. So 2nd and 10. Oatis never saw that when it got tipped up in the air. That was awkward. Little sugar huddle here for the Hornets as they'll go to the line quickly. Harris, play action, throwing right side, pass caught to the 40 and down at the 38 for another first down. First down grab made that time by Shannon Henry II. And that moves the ball down to the 38. That's a gain of 10 on the play. From the Bronco 38, 1st and 10 Emporia State. Harris sends a man in motion, now hands it to that man in motion. That's Mason Ford running left. Ford makes a man miss in the backfield, and he's able to get to the 35.
Ball carried by number 7, Ford.
Connor Johnson couldn't get him the first time around, but then Jack Puckett and Johnny Wilson make the tackle for the Broncos after a gain of 3. Johnson had him for maybe a loss there. It'll be 2nd and 7. Minute 53 and ticking to go first quarter here. 2nd down 7 from the Bronco 35. Harris sends Henry in motion behind the play. It's a handoff to Bennett on a reverse. He's going to throw it. He's got a man open. It's caught for a touchdown. So Kingsley Bennett on the reverse pass finds Camden Crooks for the touchdown, and Emporia State has to go to the bag of tricks to get on the board here. But they do so with a minute 35 to go first quarter. And the Hornets now trail 17-6. And Caden Dodson will come on for the extra point for Emporia State. Darby Roper is the holder And Tristan Randall's the long snapper as the extra point is blocked. It's picked up by the Broncos, and they're not going to be able to return it, as it looked like it was kicked right into the line. A low kick, and it's blocked by the Broncos. So a touchdown for Emporia State, but the extra point is no good. And the Broncos lead is 17-6, 1:35 to go first quarter. This is UCO Bronco football. It's into this UCO lead. 5-play, 62-yard drive. Kingsley Bennett with the touchdown pass to Cameron Crooks. As this one's kicked into the end zone, Broncos will return it 3 yards deep. It's a fake reverse. Coming out across the 5 and tackled at the 6-yard line. That did not work out well for Hagen Hacker. And the Broncos will start at their own 6-yard line after not a good kick return. So UCO looking to score for the 4th time in 5 drives. Broncos have not punted yet tonight. The only time they did not score, they turned it over on downs deep into Emporia State territory. See Ross Johnson in at left tackle for the Broncos for this series. Transfer out of Tulsa, out of Blanchard High School. First down, Huff hands to Cottrell right up the middle. Cottrell weaving his way across the 10 and out to the 11. That's a gain of, we'll call it 5 on first down, so it's a 2nd and 5. Second down from the 11. Another handoff to Cottrell. This time he bounces left and he runs right into a defender at the 10. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage, so they'll give him forward progress to there, but it's going to be a 3rd and 5 for the Broncos. Under a minute to go first quarter, Emporia State looking to get the momentum back here with a 3rd down and 5 coming up. Update from St. Joe, it's 7-3 Missouri Western in the second quarter. They lead Pittsburgh State. Huff on 3rd down and 5. Huff takes the snap, 4-man rush. Huff has time, now pocket breaks down, and he's sacked back at the 5.
Jet Huff is brought down by number 92.
Jet Huff slung to the turf that time by Carlos Strong Jr. And the Broncos will punt it away. And Emporia is going to use a timeout here to make UCO punt it into this win with 22 seconds to go in this first quarter. We will keep it right here during the timeout. Want to remind you again, you can reach out to us at ucoradio@gmail.com, where Patty Martinez says hello. She's watching or listening to, not sure if she's watching on the network or listening tonight, but Zach Stillwell, her grandson, says that she and Aunt Robin are listening in Oklahoma City. And Roll Cho, so we appreciate Patty reaching out, ucoradio@gmail.com. Again, we don't care if you're Emporia State or you are UCO. We'd love to hear from you, ucoradio@gmail.com. Caleb and Alex Grazier listening in from Owasso tonight. We appreciate them reaching out as well. Pittsburgh State has scored a touchdown as Zamari Pelode-Gary scores for Pitt State. So they are up 10-7 now after that touchdown with 7:28 to go in the first half there. 3 other finals in the conference today. Washburn picks off Central Mo 6 times today and wins 37-17 for their first conference win over Central Mo in Topeka. Northwest Missouri State big over Hayes 52-3, and Missouri Southern beats Nebraska Kearney 24-16. Davis Barr will be standing in the back of the end zone, punting into a wind here on 4th down. Mason Ford deep to receive it for Emporia. Draven Gregg sends a snap back. It's high. Barr catches it, and the punt is blocked through the end zone for a safety. It looked like he might have hit an up back with the punt, and it will be a safety. I don't think it was blocked. I think it was just punted into the back of a blocker, and it all kind of got thrown off by a high snap there. And now the Broncos will free kick it away from the 20-yard line, and Emporia State is now trailing 17-8 after that safety. Not a play you see very often. As we're getting a look at the replay here, and yeah, he just punted it off of an up back that time. It looked like Matt Garner was back there as the personal protector for Barr, and Garner just kind of stepped in front of him, and that punt was, I guess, officially is blocked, but not blocked by a certain person. I guess that'd be a team block technically. Probably don't want to hear this if you're a Bronco fan, but the last time UCO had a safety scored against them was last year at Ferris State in the playoffs. It was 2 of many points that the Bulldogs scored on that day. So now UCO will kick off from the 20, and they are going to send Joseph Kim out to place kick it. If you're not familiar with the rules, after a safety, you get a free kick from the 20, and you can kick it off a tee or you can punt it. And the Broncos will choose to kick it off the tee here. And we've seen Andre Beasley has gotten a couple good returns for Emporia State back there on the kickoff team. So great call by Garen Higgins to use that timeout right before the end of the first quarter. And now not only did the Broncos not execute the punt into the win, now Emporia State's going to get good field position after this free kick, you would think. Kim will kick it away again from the 20-yard line. This one's in the area of Kingsley Bennett, who's going to get his first return chance from the 18. Bennett out to the 30, Bennett to the 35, to the 40, out to the 45, and he's all the way out to the 48-yard line. So 30 yards on the kickoff return, and Emporia State will have it with 5 ticks left on the clock in this first quarter. And kind of makes you wonder, with just 5 seconds to go and the wind at their back, if the Hornets might try to take a shot here after forcing the safety. 17-8 is our score as we line up for what should be the last play of the first quarter. Harris hands this one off and running right inside the 45 all the way down to the 42-yard line. That's Kearns on the carry. He runs for 10 yards and a first down, and that's how the first quarter will end. So the Broncos got up 17-0, but Emporia State has scored 8 points to get back in the game, and the Hornets have it in UCO territory when we start quarter number 2. Which, just doing the math, I think that'd be a school record if he does that for all 4 quarters. But Broncos only up 17-8 after the punt that went off of a blocker out of the back of the end zone. Emporia gets it on the free kick, and they have it at the Bronco 42 as we start the second quarter. Here's a handoff to Kearns running up the middle, juking in the backfield, and moves forward across the 40 to the 39. 3-yard gain with Connor Johnson in on the tackle for UCO.
Kearns on the carry for the Hornets.
Second and 7 at the Bronco 39. Harris, empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 left. 3-man rush. Harris floats to his left, looking to throw it on the run. He does throw it. It's caught on the slide down at the 31 by Kearns. Willie Rice on the coverage. That's a gain of 8 yards and a first down on a 2nd and 7. So 1st and 10 Emporia at the Bronco 31. Kearns in motion out of the backfield. Again, empty set for Harris. Broncos bring a blitz. Pass is high, tipped and incomplete. Dalton Hurd in coverage. That was intended for Emporia State out on the edge to Darby Roper, and
pass knocked down by number 27.
It's going to be a 2nd and 10. The ball is a little bit high, and as Roper put his hands up to catch it, Dalton Hurd poked it away. And so now 2nd and 10 for the Hornets at the Bronco 31. Kearns still in at running back. Kearns gets the handoff up the middle. Kearns inside the 30 to the 29. Zach Stillwell makes the tackle for UCO.
Number 2, Kearns.
Gain of 2 on the play, and it's a 3rd down and 8 now for the Hornets. And just like UCO in the first quarter, Hornets going into this north wind probably in 4-down territory. Kearns in motion out of the backfield. Empty set for Harris. Harris looking to throw. Throws it right side. Pass caught inside the 20. That's Mason Ford, who stumbles inside the 15 and all the way down to the 13. Got away from Connor Johnson in coverage, and he gains 16 yards on the play, and it's a first down. 1st and 10 at the 13. Kearns into the backfield, motioning from a receiver position. Gets a handoff up the middle. Kearns breaks a tackle 10 down to the 5-yard line, and that's where he's finally brought down by Dalton Hurd. It's a run of 8, and it's a 2nd and 2, and Emporia's got a player down.
Officials timeout for an injured player.
It looks like Talon Wheeler, who's down for Emporia State. It is Wheeler, the left guard out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. 6'3", 295 redshirt senior. He's being attended to back at the 13-yard line. Good drive here for Emporia State. They've moved the ball from just shy of midfield all the way down to the Broncos' 6-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Hornets when we resume play. I want to remind you the Broncos are back home next week again, the final home night game of the season. Next Saturday night, 7 p.m. It's homecoming here in Edmond. And the President's Cup is on the line as UCO will take on their rivals Northeastern State in what is now a non-conference game. Next Saturday, only 2 more chances to see the Broncos at home in the regular season. Next Saturday, and then we'll be back here in early November. Take on Missouri Southern for Senior Day. So Wheeler is to the sidelines and being attended to. He is walking under his own power, which is good. 2nd and 3 from the 6. Harris, play action, throws left side pass, tipped, and it's intercepted. Intercepted and brought out to the 1-yard line. The ball got batted up in the air, and Jack Puckett picked it off. The only bad thing about that for the Broncos is Puckett intercepted it in the end zone, and his momentum took him forward. That ball was tipped 8 yards deep in the end zone. Puckett came back to catch it as it was tipped forward back towards the line of scrimmage. And it's an interception, and the Broncos start at their own 1, but keep Emporia State out of the end zone. That is the 3rd interception of the year for UCO. The Broncos have struggled all season to force turnovers. That's only the 5th turnover UCO has forced this year. There's 159 teams in D2 football. The Broncos are tied for 147th in turnovers forced. So that's a big one there. And for Emporia State, that is their 11th turnover of the season, and that's Ben Harris's 8th interception. From the 1, Broncos go under center here with an I formation. Mason the fullback, Cottrell the tailback. It's a handoff to Mason, running right up the middle. Mason just trying to get a little room there, and he's going to get it out to maybe the 2-yard line.
Ball carried by number 22, William.
Give the Broncos a little breathing space here.
Stop by number 55.
So 2nd down and 9 from their own 2 now for the Broncos. Emporia State will wholesale substitute here as the Broncos again will go out of the huddle. They like to go under center in these short yardage type situations, and this is one of those technically not short yardage. It's 2nd and 9, but expect them to keep it on the ground here. They're in the shotgun. It's a handoff to Mason, running left. Mason gets a block, turns up at the 2, gets across the 5, and out to the 6. So he gains about 4, and now this makes it 3rd down and much easier. 3rd down and 5 from the 6 for UCO. Broncos need to get a 1st down here. They're going to be punting out of their end zone again. At least this time they would have the wind at their back. Snap to Huff. Huff looking right, throwing deep right side. He's got Schumann. Schumann catches it 40, 45, 50, and brought down from behind by Schultz, but not before a big gainer into Emporia State territory. 47 yards for Ashton Schumann, his longest catch of the year, Jet Huff's longest pass of the year. And the Broncos have 1st and 10 at the Emporia State 47. UCO to the line quick. Mason to the right of Huff. It's a handoff to Mason. He'll give it to Schumann on the reverse. Schumann running right to the 40, to the 39, and out of bounds. Ashton Schumann runs for 8 yards on 1st down. Tackle made for Emporia State that time by Nehemiah Figueroa. And it's 2nd down and 2 from the 39. Broncos on the move here with 10:58 to go in this 1st half. Huff has Mason to his right. Huff takes a snap, hands to Mason, has a hole, right side, closes up pretty quickly, but Mason's able to fight forward to the 37-yard line. He's tackled by Marte Russell. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Broncos at the 37. 10.5 minutes to go in this 1st half. Clock ticking as the Broncos have it at the 37-yard line. We've got a special guest here in the booth. He'll join us after this play as Jet Huff in the shotgun formation. Huff hands to Cottrell on the draw play, running left. Cottrell cuts back to the middle of the field and gets down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. We are joined in the booth by UCO President Todd Lamb. Mr. Lamb, how are you, sir?
One Todd with another.
That's right.
Todd,
I'm not even not the most important Todd here. I'm not even the most important Todd L here.
Well, actually, I think you are, because you're telling all of our listeners exactly what's going on in this 17-8 game. You are the most important Todd.
Look at you. He even got the score in there. That's professional there. Second down for the Broncos. Huff in the flat left side. Pass caught by Cottrell. Tiptoes the sidelines down inside the 25. And a first down for the Broncos at the 20-yard line. 13 yards and a first down pass to Jalen Cottrell. What do you think of the game so far, Mr. Lamb?
Cottrell's a heck of an athlete. You see it right there, tiptoeing down the sideline, and he's got quickness, he's got speed. He's really a total package at his position.
First and 10 Broncos in the red zone now at the 20. Huff hands to Cottrell running left, and this time he's stacked up for a loss back at the 22. Well done by the Emporia State defense there. Well, how's this first semester been at UCO? I know there's a lot of exciting things going on campus.
Yeah, it's been an exciting semester. Our enrollment stabilized, and we're growing for the first time in about 12 years. And we got students from about 25 states, multiple foreign countries, but the majority of our students are Oklahomans, about 80% of them.
And I know a lot of Oklahomans on this football team as well, which we like. One of those, William Mason from Coweta, in the backfield on this play. It's actually Dev Matthews back there. There's a throw over the middle.
That's right.
And Huff finds Ashton Schumann for the touchdown. A poster out for Ashton Schumann, and the Broncos extend the lead on Schumann's touchdown grab. It's 23-8 UCO.
And he threaded that needle. Not a lot of room to give there, not a lot of field, not a lot of yards to maneuver, but he threaded the needle pretty well. Right on the money, around the breadbasket.
I know we've talked about this before, but you played football, right? I know that.
A long time ago, Todd. It was a long time ago, man.
I think everything was a long time ago for us, right?
That's about right. That's about right.
Joseph Kim's on for the extra point here. As Jet Huff will hold it. Draven Gragg snaps it back to him, and Kim's kick is up and good. We'll keep it here before the kickoff. 8:34 to go in this first half. 24-8. UCO extends the lead on Jet Huff's third touchdown pass of the night.
Timeout.
How about this stat line for Jet Huff in this game so far? 13 of 19 for 251 yards and 3 touchdowns. And we got 8:34 to go in this first half. Well, I know you talked about what's going on campus here, and I don't know if we'll be joined by him later, but I obviously get a chance to talk to Stan Wagner a lot. I know you've got to be excited about what's going on with athletics. Last year was one of the best years in school history, and you guys picked up right where you left off this year.
You lose track of the numbers. We had so many coaches of the year in the MIAA, so many student athletes of the year, conference championship, et cetera, et cetera. I've said this privately. I'll say it publicly, Todd. We have the best athletic director in the country in Stan Wagner. His dad was a legend, and Stan Wagner is creating his own legacy here at UCO. What he's done even before he came back home to UCO at the Lone Star Conference and elsewhere. But we are blessed to have Stan Wagner. He's a visionary. He does a lot with a little, particularly with all the dust circulating now in the NCAA, Division I, Division II. It's tough to be a D2 athletic director, and we are blessed and fortunate to have Stan Wagner.
I know you know this as well as anybody, but just the university just seems to be in a better place when sports are good.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean,
it's the heartbeat or the pulse of the campus. And, I think it was the great philosopher Bear Bryant. He said it's hard to rally around a math class. Now, I don't want our math dean to email me Monday, or no emails, please, but you get my point. Yeah. Our student athletes, they're required to wear the logo. They sweat, they bleed, they crack a bone, tear a ligament, pull a muscle for the logo. And it's fun to come out and cheer them on, whether it's football, our women's volleyball, they're extraordinary. Basketball programs, all of our sports do so well here at UCO, and it's fun to watch and fun to cheer them on.
Joseph Kim will kick this one away for the Broncos, as Bennett and Beasley are deep for Emporia State. It's a high kick, returnable for Bennett. He'll take it right at the goal line. He'll bring it out up the right hash to the 10, to the 15, and he's slung down. Great special teams play, and a flag comes in as well.
Some laundry out there.
Hank Puckett made the tackle. Broncos have a player who's missing a helmet, and I wonder if that penalty has anything to do with the missing helmet. Hank Puckett makes the tackle there. Hank Puckett, a kid from Bixby. His older brother Jack Puckett is here, and I know we talk about this a lot, but such a great recruiting tool to have the state championship games here. I know there's a lot of kids out there for both of these teams, technically, that played here in their state championship game.
That's a great point, Todd. And it was a real coup for the Oklahoma Coach Association to move all, not just some, but all of the all-state games to UCO. But you're not going to find a better facility, really, in the state of Oklahoma to host high school state championships. So we're honored to have it here at Chad Richardson Stadium. And along with that is the Coaches Clinic. And it's important to get all these coaches on our campus to see our facilities, how first-rate they are, football and all the others. But that was a real coup. That was one of the first meetings I had in the summer that I took the job here at UCO. I met with the OCA, and we talked about those state championships, and we're thrilled to have them here.
So they pick up the flag on the penalty. Hudson Grant lost his helmet, but the officials determined it didn't come off with a face mask. So Emporia State will start at the 15. Harris hands off to Kearns on first down, and he runs into a pile on right guard for a gain of about 2 yards.
Kearns on the carry.
As in on the tackle was Cameron Dunn.
Todd, a lot of the games this season we've had to outscore the other opponent. We've not done a really good job stopping the other offense, but tonight we've done a good job at that so far.
2nd down and 7. Empty backfield for Harris, who throws right side. Ball's tipped, intercepted! It's intercepted out at the 32-yard line. That one is picked off for UCO by Connor Ashley, who got it on the tip drill. And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10 at the 32. And I know, President Lamb, that one of the things that we've talked about all year is forcing turnovers. And Adam Dorrell kept saying, keep doing it, they're going to happen. And they've happened the last couple games, a couple already tonight.
Like Coach said, what you're saying, and you just said it in real time. It's the old tip drill. We started. When did you start doing that? Maybe 7th grade, 8th grade. Do the tip drill.
I was a big body guy. They knew I was
your
never
hand was
touching
in the dirt.
football.
You were doing fumble recoveries, right?
I had to play center to touch the football. That's what they always
but
told
you still
me.
touch it.
That's right. That's right.
But that old tip drill, someone runs out in front of you in the drill. That person tips it up, and you got to catch it behind them. That's exactly what just happened here on the field. And we got great field possession.
32-yard line for the Broncos. Jet Huff already with 250 yards. And 3 touchdowns. By the way, that last touchdown drive for the Broncos, 9 plays, 99 yards. Started at the 1 after an interception. Here's Huff going play action. Looking back left, has a man. It's caught inside the 15 and upended down at the 11-yard line. That is Braden Turner on the grab, the tight end out of right here in Edmond, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Broncos at the 11.
He had to really extend himself and make himself vulnerable. It was a great catch.
UCO going quick here as Huff hands it to William Mason. Mason bounces off a tackle at the 11, inside the 10, still on his feet, and fighting forward to the 8 for a gain of 3.
Mason runs hard, but right there about 4 or 5 guys it took to bring him down. Bounced off a couple. He runs hard all season.
I know our friend John Fitzgerald texted me and said to tell you hello. He obviously wishes he was here.
John's a good man.
Yeah, we want to wish him the best. He's recovering from a back surgery. Hope to have him back next week. Here's Huff, play action. Looking, throwing, end zone, touchdown! Jet Huff's 4th touchdown pass of the night. This time it's Gage Keaton. Keaton, a guy who just got put on scholarship earlier this year. And Gage Keaton runs over to celebrate with the fans after his first career touchdown catch here at UCO.
You got to love that. He ran through the spirit teams, the cheerleaders, over to the student section, high-fived, took off his helmet, showed those locks of hair he has. You got to love when people get that excited to play the game. That's fun.
Joseph Kim on for the extra point. Jet Huff will hold on this one. Broncos up 30-8. Kim's extra point is up and good. It is 31-8 UCO with 7:10 to go here in the first half. Tom, before we let you go, I just want to ask you, we talked a lot about, things going on athletically. I know academically, UCO is I always say it's a school that people sleep on for how good the academics are. There's so many high-level programs here. Just speak to that. I know that you guys keep year in and year out getting more programs and better academics here on campus.
Right, so I announced, thanks for asking, Todd, I announced at the fall convocation to all the faculty and staff this year, we are advancing to an R2. What does that mean to the listeners? Our friends in Stillwater Norman, that's an R, Research 1, R1. There's no public R2, Research 2 institution in Oklahoma. R2, better opportunities academics for our students. We lead the nation right now, Todd, in undergraduate research. Lead the nation. That's objective, that's not subjective, speaking from the president. So our academic programs are fantastic. We're the 3rd largest university in the state. And things are happening here at UCO. Our motto is ubi modus est. I bet you didn't think there was going to be Latin on the broadcast today.
John Fitzgerald doesn't bring Latin to the broadcast.
But that means where movement is. That's translation. My point is this. There continues to be movement at UCO. Athletic championships, undergraduate research, and now we're advancing to the R2 category at UCO.
Kim will kick this one away, and he made no bones about this one. He just sent it through the end zone for a touchback. Well, I hate to let you go because it's been really good since you've been up here, but I know you got things to get to. President Lamb, I really appreciate you stepping in with us.
Hey, Todd,
tonight.
I want to say this. You're the best in the business, and I talked about Stan. We miss John, but we're so thankful to have you at UCO. This is not easy work up here. In the 5 minutes I've been up here stumbling along with you, you've been kind, you've been gracious. Your viewers are like, get Lamb off the program. Just have him go run the university. But, Todd, we appreciate you, and we're thankful for what you do for our university week in and week out, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, President Lamb.
Thank you, brother.
That's
Roll
Todd Lamb, UCO president. First down run here for Camden Crooks for Emporia State, and he'll keep it up across the 30 to the 32-yard line for a gain of 7. Broncos up 31-8 now after 2 quick touchdowns, both set up by interceptions. Emporia State going quick. Harris pumps, throws, right side, man open to the 40, out to the 45, and now to the 46-yard line. That catch is made that time by Ethan Schultz. And so it's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Harris takes the snap, pumps right, looking, throwing deep. That is nearly picked off. A man went out of bounds, so a hat's down on the far sideline, and we also have a flag down. So I don't know if this is going to be the player forced out of bounds. It looks like the penalty is going to be on UCO. We'll hear from our referee.
Pass interference. Defense number 12. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
So it is a pass interference, as the guilty party that time was Jalen Sessions. And that'll move the ball all the way down to the 38-yard line. One thing I will say, we still have 6:31 to go in this first half. Broncos up 31-8. This Emporia State team, they can score in bunches. So this game is far from over. Lots of time on the clock. Harris throws right side. That one's incomplete. Intended for Schultz, and he was in the middle of a fight at the line of scrimmage with Jalen Sessions. Never could really get away from Sessions, who pressed him there at the line, and it's 2nd down and 10 at the 39. Emporia State had a touchdown and a safety to make it 17-8. Broncos have scored 14 straight. Harris flying this one deep down the left side, incomplete, and Dalton Hurd went up and smacked it away at the top of that pass. It was intended out there on the edge for Malik Oatis, and Dalton Hurd went up and high-pointed that ball and slapped it down, so it's a 3rd and 10 for Emporia at the Bronco 39. Probably 4-down territory here for the Hornets. Empty backfield for Harris. 3-man rush. Harris flies one deep down the left side. Oatis fell down. A flag comes in. They're going to get Hurd for a pass interference here as Oatis tripped and fell, and they're going to say that Dalton Hurd was the reason why he tripped and fell. And this should give Emporia State a 1st down.
Holding on the defense, number 27. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So it's a hold, which is 10 yards and an automatic 1st down. So that happened before the pass on Dalton Hurd. That'll move the ball down to the 29, and that's where Emporia State will have it 1st down and 10. Jed Huff already 280 yards and 4 touchdowns for the Broncos tonight. Harris looking to throw in the flat left side. Pass caught by Crooks. Crooks jumps over a tackler. Nice move at the 25 and out of bounds at the 23. Camden Crooks out of Cushing with a nice grab there is going to gain 6 yards. Dalton Hurd finally forced him out of bounds. 2nd and 4 at the Bronco 23. Crooks goes in motion out of the backfield. Harris claps his hands, takes the snap, looking right, throwing right on a slant route, knocked away. Hurd again, got his hand in there and broke it up. Intended for Ethan Schultz. And now it's going to be a 3rd down again, 3rd and 4 for Emporia at the Bronco 23. quick update from St. Joe. It's still tied up there. Second quarter, almost halftime now, and it's still just 10-7. Pittsburgh State leads 1-5 Missouri Western. 3rd and 4 Hornets from the Bronco 23. Broncos showing blitz. Broncos do blitz. Harris looking, pressured, floats it, incomplete, underthrown. Well covered by the Broncos, and it's going to be 4th and 4, and the Hornets will go for it here at the Bronco 23. 5:39 to go in this first half. And this feels like a big play for Emporia State, already down by 23. This UCO defense has forced 2 straight turnovers as Ben Harris threw his 8th and 9th interceptions of the year on the last 2 drives. And now Emporia looking to get back on the board. Has 4th and 4. Broncos again show blitz. Harris claps his hands, looking right, throws it in the flat, underthrown and incomplete. David Williams in coverage. It was intended for Mason Ford. The pass didn't do Ford any favors, and it's a turnover on downs for the Hornets. And UCO will take over the 23-yard line as the defense gets another big stop. Don't forget, you can reach out to us here in the booth, ucoradio@gmail.com. Amanda Moeller's done that. She says, let's go Chos, rooting for number 71, Eric Moeller. I want to say hello to Kaysen McDonald as well, who reached out at ucoradio@gmail.com. First down from the 23 for the Broncos. Dev Matthews in at running back. Matthews gets a handoff running right, and he runs into a tackler right at the 24. He works out to the 25 for a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. It's Matthews' first carry of this game. 2nd down and 2 for UCO at the 25. Clock running with 5:12 to go in this first half. UCO up 31-8. Huff, play action this time. Huff fires one deep, middle of the field, pass caught. It's into Hornet territory as Ashton Schumann makes the grab all the way down inside the 41 to the 40-yard line. He got a great spot. They're going to put him at the 39, 1st and 10 Broncos. It's a 34-yard pass, and like that, Jed Huff has now had the most 300-yard games in UCO Bronco history, as Jed Huff now over 300 yards passing with that completion. Puts Huff at 3:15 now for the game. First down from the 39. Huff hands it to Matthews. Matthews cuts back from left to right, and he's upended. Good open field tackle that time at the 36-yard line. That was Aiden Hicks, I believe, that came in and made the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Broncos at the 36. I want to say hello to Kevin Romine, who reaches out, ucoradio@gmail.com. He says, let's move to 4-3 tonight and set up a run for an 8-3 finish in a playoff bid. He does mention that Washburn beat Central Mo today, which helps in the conference standings. Appreciate Kevin reaching out. High snap, Huff handles it. Jet looking to pass. Jet is hit as he throws. The ball's loose. It's on the ground, and Matt Garner goes all the way back and recovers it in UCO territory back at the 48. This is going to be a loss of 13. Huff never saw the rusher come in, and that was a fumble. Even if you think maybe the arm went forward, the ball went backward, so it obviously can't be an incomplete pass. And Matt Garner, Johnny on the spot play, because that could have easily been a scoop and score had he not seen it. So now the Broncos have a 3rd down all the way back at their own 48-yard line. This is a 3rd down and 23. UCO needs to get it all the way to the Emporia 29. Huff looking to throw. Will he air one out here? Jet floats left, throws over the middle. Pass caught. Inside the 40, Hagen Hacker's hit, and he fumbles it. The ball comes loose, and it's recovered by Emporia State. It's returned up to the 40-yard line. Landon Boss recovers it. He wasn't the one that knocked it loose, but the Broncos turn it over, and Emporia State will get it back at their own 39 on the turnover. Coming in to make the hit was Jordan Harris for Emporia State. Harris, a kid out of Oklahoma City. Heritage Hall High School. And it's recovered by Landon Boss, who, as we mentioned, was the D2 Defensive Player of the Week last week.
On their own 39-yard line.
I want to say hello to Kyle McDonald. Kyle and Stacy McDonald watching from Glen Rose, Texas, watching their nephew Braden Waters tonight. It's a handoff to Kearns on first down. Kearns looking to bounce outside right, gets past the first wave of tacklers, and then he's hit at the 40-yard line and tackled there as Bryant Coley comes up to make the play for UCO. Gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2:39 and ticking to go in the first half. Both teams still with all 3 timeouts. Correction, both teams with 2 timeouts. Harris empty backfield as Kearns goes in motion to receiver left. There's a pass right side, short pass, complete. Coley there for the tackle. Kingsley Bennett makes the grab for a gain of 4 from the 40 up to the 44. So it's 3rd down and 5.
Third down.
From the 44-yard line. Harris has Kearns to his left. Now Kearns goes in motion, empty backfield. Now Kearns back into the backfield. 49 is the yard to gain in Emporia State territory. Harris throwing right side. That is incomplete. Good coverage. 2 receivers in the area. And that will take us to our 2-minute timeout.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Minute 54 to go in the first half. Broncos up 31-8. UCO lead. As we mentioned in the pregame, Garen Higgins from Emporia State has an Oklahoma background as well. Grew up in Blackwell and then coached at Northwestern Oklahoma State. Dylan Davidson will punt this one into the wind. Broncos looking to come after it. It's a high spiraling kick. Gilbreth calls for a fair catch and then lets it go. And it's going to bounce all the way inside the 10 and down to the 3-yard line. Antoine Gilbreth misplayed that when it got up in the wind and he couldn't get there and he just had to let it go. And so the Broncos will start from their own 3. UCO with 1:40 to go has 2 timeouts. We've already had the 2-minute timeout, so the Broncos can stop the clock twice. Appreciate Randy Kemp reaching out, UCOradio@gmail.com. Also, our friend Fred in Bolivia as well. And finally, Chris and JB, who are enjoying the game tonight from Minneapolis, Minnesota. We appreciate them reaching out, UCOradio@gmail.com. From the 3, Jed Huff standing in the shotgun in his end zone. Huff hands to Cottrell. Cottrell, counter running from left to right. He's only able to get to the 5. Emporia State will get the ball to start the second half as the Hornets won the toss and elected to defer. And now Emporia State's going to use a timeout here. We'll take it with them with 1:32 to go first half. Broncos up 31-8. This is UCO Bronco football. Stadium, 2nd down for the Broncos from the 5, 2nd and 8 from their own 5. Handoff to Cottrell running left. Jalen out across the 5 to the 10. Oh, he was a man away from breaking that when he's tackled just short of the 12-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2 yards here for the Broncos. Figueroa makes the tackle for Emporia State. 3rd down from the 11. Broncos not in a big hurry here, as UCO doesn't want to punt this ball back to Emporia State unless they absolutely have to. Broncos going to let the play clock run down here. Might use a timeout. UCO up 31-8, 54 seconds to go. Broncos are going to use a timeout here when the play clock gets to 1. And there is the timeout, and 45 ticks on the clock as UCO will take a timeout. I want to remind you again, UCOradio@gmail.com. You can reach out to us here tonight, like Mike McCurley from Oklahoma City, who says, "Go Chos." His daughter Jassy is a freshman at UCO, so here enjoying the game tonight. And also Brian and Stephanie Perry, who are watching in the stadium and listening to the broadcast. We appreciate them as well. Students on fall break this week, so not quite as many students at the game as you would normally see here in Evan, but good crowd tonight, and fair play to Emporia State as well. The Hornets bring a good visiting crowd as well with all of their connections to the state of Oklahoma. So lots of Hornet fans on the far side of the field. We do have an update from St. Joe. Pittsburgh State gets a 50-yard field goal from Austin Schmidt right before halftime. And so Missouri Western 1-5 still hanging in there, but Pittsburgh State up 13-7 on the Griffins with 1 second to go before halftime. 3 other finals today. It was 37-17 Washburn over Central Mo. The Ichabods picked off Central Mo quarterback 6 times. Northwest Missouri State beat Fort Hays 52-3. And Missouri Southern beat Kearney 24-16. Broncos will get to the line here and run out of the shotgun formation. 3rd down and 2 from the 11. Handoff, Cottrell running right, and he runs right into Landon Boss for a loss of a yard. And so Emporia State will now use their last timeout with 38 seconds to go, and we will take this one with them. 31-8 Broncos lead, but UCO about to punt it away here late first half, 38 seconds to go. Welcome back to Edmond. The Broncos are going to use their last timeout here before they punt this one away. So we'll keep it right here. Broncos now out of timeouts. Emporia State also out of timeouts. 38 seconds to go. Broncos will be punting. Line of scrimmage is their own 10-yard line. So Davis Barr, who hasn't punted yet tonight, other than the one that he punted off of an up back and out of bounds for a safety. So this is not an easy punt to pull off from your own end zone here, even with 38 seconds to go. Mason Ford's going to try to get a return on for Emporia and give them a chance maybe to throw one into the end zone here at the end of the first half. Broncos jumped out to a 14-0 lead in this game. In fact, Broncos were up 17-0 in this game. Jet Huff with a touchdown pass to open the game to Hagen Hacker. And then he found Christian Valeriano for 44 yards and a touchdown. Joseph Kim from 39 yards made it 17-0. Emporia State answered with 8 straight points, but UCO scored 14 since then to lead 31-8. Out of the timeout, Barr standing between the N and the C and Broncos. Barr gets the punt away. It's a good high kick. Bounces, though, at the 44 and takes a bounce back upfield. And it's down at the 42-yard line. So it's only a 37-yard punt. Got an unfortunate bounce there. Broncos got a really good spot on that. They're going to mark it at the 43. Kaysen Bird is the one down the field to down it for UCO. And it's 1st and 10. Emporia State at the Bronco 43. 29 seconds to go. The Hornets are out of timeout, so the clock will stop for a first down. And it will stop if they go out of bounds. By the way, on a first down, it stops while they reset the chain. So Hornets going to have to go quick if they get tackled in the field of play here. Harris, 3-man rush. Harris looking left, pressured, steps up, throws on the run, pass high and incomplete. Had a man open, intended for Maliko Adis, and just threw it a little too high for him. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball's at the Bronco 43-yard line with 23 ticks left on this first half clock. 2nd down 10 for Ben Harris out of the gun. Pressured, steps right, throws, pass is incomplete. That's a new quarterback in the game for Emporia State. That's Mason Dennis in there at quarterback, and that one's incomplete. So it's 3rd down now. Sorry, I did not catch that on the first play of the drive. 3rd and 10 with 18 seconds to go in the half. Dennis in the shotgun. 3-man rush again. Dennis looking, throwing, right side. Pass caught inside the 35 and out of bounds for a first down. That is Mason Ford who makes the grab to the 32 for 11 yards and a first down. He gets out of bounds, so the clock will stop with 12 seconds to play. Mason Dennis coming into this game just 2 for 4 on the year. He's a redshirt sophomore out of Tuttle. Dennis on first down, 3-man rush. Dennis floats to his left, looking, fires one deep, middle of the field. That ball is incomplete. A flag's going to come down for pass interference. With 4 seconds to go, a flag will be on UCO. And this is going to put the ball at the 17-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense number 24. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
David Williams, the guilty party. So now Emporia State will have it at the 17, and we'll see if the Hornets kick a field goal here to make it a 20-point game, or if they try to fire one into the end zone. There's only 4 seconds left, and the offense is out there. Probably the last play of the first half from the Broncos 17. Dennis looking left, throwing deep, end zone. It's overthrown, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Willie Rice in the end zone, and that's how the first half comes to an end. The Broncos force 3 first-half turnovers. They cash in on 2 of them. Obviously can't cash in on the third one because it was the last play of the half, and at the halftime break, it's UCO 31, Emporia State 8. Broncos jumped out to a 17-0 lead in this ball game as Jet Huff threw a touchdown pass to Hagen Hacker for 38 yards, and then a 44-yard at Chad Richardson Stadium. Kim kicked a field goal in the first half, 39-yarder, to go along with 4 extra points. As Kingsley Bennett and Andre Beasley are deep to receive this kick for Emporia State. Beasley's had a couple of good returns out past the 35. We'll see where Kim puts this one down at. It's a squib kick. It's picked up at the 25 and returned out to the 30, to the 35, and slung down at the 38-yard line. Tackle made on special teams by Ethan Stites. And Emporia State will start at the 38. I missed it on the first drive. He was in the game, but Emporia State did make a quarterback change as Mason Dennis came in for the last 2 drives of the first half. He was 2 for 6 and threw an interception, and Dennis is back in at quarterback here to start this second half. Dennis has Kearns to his left on 1st and 10 from his own 38. Dennis takes a shotgun snap, hands to Kearns right up the middle, big hole, 40, 45, and runs through a tackler as Dalton Hurd kind of hangs on and gets him to the turf at the 50. That's a 12-yard gain right up the pipe on first down. 1st and 10 from midfield, handoff to Kearns up the middle. This time Johnny Wilson gets a hold of him. Kearns drags him for a couple yards. We'll give him 3 yards to the Bronco 47. It'll be 2nd and 7. In fact, they're going to give him 4 yards to the 46. 2nd down and 6 for Emporia State. Kearns to the right of Dennis on 2nd down. Dennis sends a man in motion, fakes that little pitch pass, looking to go downfield. Steps up, pressured, hit and dropped. Cameron Dunn shoves him to the turf. Back in Hornet territory. Cam Dunn with the sack for UCO. As for Dunn, that is his 3rd sack of the year, his 4th tackle for a loss, back to midfield. And it's a 3rd down and 10 now for the Hornets. Johnny Wilson got the initial pressure, and Dennis stepped aside from him, and Cameron Dunn came in to make the big hit. 3rd and 10 from midfield. Hornets need to get it to the 40, and the Broncos jump here. Wesley Hudson with an encroachment, and this is going to cut this 3rd down in half. Broncos not arguing that they were the first ones to jump. We'll hear from our referee, Phil Lombardi.
Offsides. Defense with contact. Number 5. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Officially, Cameron Dunn is the one that gets the penalty. He and Wesley Hudson both jumped there. So it moves it down to the Bronco 45 and makes this now a 3rd down and 5 for Emporia State. Dennis sends Mason Ford in motion out of the backfield. Dennis looking left. Steps up, wants to run with it. Dennis slides down at the 42. They'll mark him at the 43. He's 3 yards short of a 1st down. It'll be 4th down and 3 from the Bronco 43, and Emporia shows no signs of doing anything but going for it here. 4th and 3, Emporia at the UCO 43-yard line. Dennis has Kearns to his left. Kearns in motion out of the backfield now. Empty backfield for Mason Dennis. Dennis, straight drop, 3-man rush, throws, right side, pass dropped. Incomplete, intended for Kingsley Bennett, and he couldn't hold on. And the Broncos force a turnover on downs, and UCO will take over at the 43. Looking at the replay, and it was a good throw. Bennett just could not hang on to it. And UCO will turn over Emporia State on downs. And we'll see this UCO offense that had 368 yards in the first half, 333 of those coming from Jet Huff through the air. He threw 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers in half number 1. William Mason in the backfield. He'll get the handoff on a draw running left, and Emporia State's all over it. He'll get a yard up to the 44 before he is driven backwards and stopped there. Tackle made for Emporia State that time by C.J. Adams. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for UCO from the 44. Shotgun formation again for Huff with Mason to his right. Huff looking, has all day. Huff looks right, now left, now floats to his right and throws it away. There's a flag down in the secondary, and this is going to be a hold, I believe, on Emporia State. Emporia State has a defensive back that's pointing into the UCO backfield as if UCO is going to be going backwards here, but this is thrown in the area of holding.
Defense, number 30. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And it is a holding on Emporia State, as the guilty party that time was Clem McCullough, the rover safety. And that'll move the ball all the way into Emporia State territory at the 46-yard line. And that will give the Broncos a 1st down and 10 at the 46 in Emporia territory. 12:03 to go, 3rd quarter. UCO's first drive of this second half. Handoff, Mason up the middle, and he gets nothing. Adams gets him again for a loss of 1 from the 46 back to the 47. Well, Emporia State has not been good against the run this year. As mentioned at halftime, they were giving up 208 yards a game. Broncos were running for 203 a game. That's top 25 for UCO, and that's bottom 25 for Emporia State. But UCO can't get anything going on the ground today. Huff on 2nd down. Play action, going deep, middle of the field. It's intercepted. A flag's going to come down. This one's going to be a penalty on Emporia, as McCullough's going to return it out across the 25 and slide down. But the Broncos are going to get this one back on a pass interference.
House pass is intercepted. Penalty markers on the play.
Pass interference. Defense, number 26. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And they said number 26, but that was number 23, Cameron Lee, who commits the pass interference for Emporia State. And so the Broncos...
That foul is on number 23.
Thank you. That's exactly what I said. The Broncos will get a 15-yard penalty and a 1st down at the 32-yard line.
First down.
So 2nd time on this drive, Broncos get a 1st down via penalty. And it's 1st and 10 UCO at the Hornets 32. Huff hands to Cottrell, running right. Jalen, not much there, gets about a yard to the 31. And he's tackled by Landon Boss. They're going to give him no gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
2nd down, Broncos.
Broncos just not able to get anything going on the ground, which is not something I thought I'd say tonight. Just 1.4 yards per rush for UCO. 2nd down. Emporia shows blitz. They'll bring 5. Huff pumps. He's going to run it. Huff to the 30, and he slides down at the 26-yard line.
Scramble by Jet Huff.
That'll be a gain of 6 on the play. It's going to set up a 3rd and 4 now.
Gain of 6.
Broncos probably in 4-down territory here. It would be a 43-yard field goal if they don't gain another yard. Kim made one from 39, and he had plenty of leg on it. Don't know if the Broncos would go back to him here if they had a 4th down. I think if Adam Dorrell had his druthers, they'd just go ahead and get 4 yards here and get the 1st down. 3rd and 4 from the Emporia 26. Huff takes the snap, hands it to Cottrell, running right. Jalen to the 25. He leans forward. He got to the 24. He gets 2 of the 4, and now it's 4th down and 2. This would be a 41-yard field goal. And UCO is going to kick the field goal here. So Joseph Kim will come out to try a 41-yard field goal. And this would make it a 4-score lead for the Broncos, who are up by 23 right now. Kim made one from the right hash, going this same direction into the wind from 39 yards. This one from 41. Jet Huff will hold it. Drab and Grag will snap it. Snap and hold are good. The kick from Kim is on the way. The kick has enough leg on it, and the kick is good. Joseph Kim into the wind. He's 2 for 2 tonight. This one from 41 yards. And the Broncos take their first drive of the second half down the field and add to their lead. 9:20 away as Beasley and Bennett are deep to receive for Emporia State. Kim runs into this one and again squibs it. This was going towards out of bounds, and it does just go out of bounds. Boy, that rolled right down the sideline. It was nearly a great kick. But it does go out of bounds, and Emporia State will start at the 35-yard line.
Kicking team. By rule, ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down, Emporia State.
Hornets haven't been really able to figure anything out offensively. They've turned it over 3 times and have gone to their backup quarterback, Mason Dennis. Ben Harris was 9 for 21 with 2 interceptions, and Mason Dennis is 2 for 7 with an interception himself. He'll be back in at quarterback here on 1st and 10 from the 35. Dennis has Bennett in the backfield, hands it to Bennett, running left. Bennett out across the 40 to the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. Braden Waters helps him out of bounds, but not before he runs for 11 yards and a first down. Kingsley Bennett is a spark plug, and they like to use him in lots of creative ways. He threw a touchdown pass for Emporia's only touchdown of the game. This time he runs for 11. Here's a handoff up the middle to Kearns. Kearns running to his right, angling outside, gets across midfield, and he's tackled there by Ryan Stewart, but not before he gets to the Broncos 46. From the Emporia 46 to the UCO 46, it's an 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Broncos need to get some momentum going now. Stadium kind of a little dead here early second half. UCO can't rest on their laurels here against this Emporia State team that can score quick. Dennis looking to throw. Pressured, throws right side, pass complete. First down on a short gain to Schultz at the 43-yard line. Put him at the 43. So it's only a gain of 3, but he only needed 2. So it's 1st and 10 at the Bronco 43 for Emporia State. Dennis looking to throw, looks right, now left. Now he's going to float left, throws one deep down the middle. Pass is incomplete. Knocked away by Willie Rice. Good coverage as Andre Beasley was the intended receiver, and Rice got his hand in there and raked that away as Beasley went to the ground. Pass was a little bit underthrown, but good defensive play that time by Rice, as you see on the replay if you're watching, just to get in and knock that one away as Beasley tried to catch it. Broncos will substitute here, as Emporia State also does. Play clock at 13 from the UCO 43-yard line. First down as Dennis will look left. He throws one deep left side. Pass is caught. There's going to be a pass interference, and it's not going to matter because that was a great catch by Malik Oatis all the way down at the 9-yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal for Emporia State. Oatis will limp off the field.
Pass interference. Defense number 1. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down, Emporia State.
So that's a gain from the 43 to the 8. That's 35 yards, and it's 1st and goal for Emporia. Don't forget you can reach out to us here in the booth, ucoradio@gmail.com. We appreciate Rick, who says he had an unexpected event that prevented his attendance, but it sounds like he's missing a good Bronco effort. I would say so far so good. Here's a handoff to Kearns on first down. Kearns finds a hole right side, diving for the end zone, and he's in. Diego Kearns with the 8-yard touchdown run. Emporia State's not going away. It's 34-14, 7:58 to go in this third quarter, and the Hornets will come on to kick the extra point. So Emporia doing what they do best, going down the field and scoring quick. That touchdown drive only took a minute and 25 seconds as Caden Dodson will try the extra point. Darby Roper will hold it. Dodson's kick is away, and it is good. 7:58 to go third quarter. Emporia State scores their 2nd touchdown of the game and ends a run of 17 straight UCO points with a touchdown and extra point to cut into the lead. It's UCO 34, Emporia State 15. It is UCO Bronco football. Hagen Hacker and Antoine Gilbreth deep to receive this kickoff. Broncos have only received one other kickoff in this game. Guess they did receive the opening kickoff, but that was a short kick. This is the only one deep kick they've received. They tried to run out of the end zone, only got it back to the 6-yard line. Dodson kicks this one high, and it's a fair catch, called for and made. So the Broncos will start at the 25-yard line with this possession. If you were just joining us, UCO led this one 31-8 at the halftime break. Jed Huff setting a UCO record for most 300-yard games. He did that in the first half, as Jed had 333 yards at halftime. That's still where he sits now. 17-23, 333, 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers in this ball game for Jed Huff. Huff on first down has Dev Matthews in the backfield to his right. Jet looking, throwing, right side, pass complete. Schumann to the 25, 30, looking for room, still on his feet, 35, 40. Schumann makes a man miss, 45, 50, into Emporia State territory. They're trying to punch the ball away. He holds on to it, and he carries a tackler all the way down to the 28-yard line. Boy, that was all Ashton Schumann as Huff got it to him in the flats. And Schumann goes for, as I do the math, 47 yards on the play and a first down. Schumann now over 150 yards receiving in the game. 1st and 10 Broncos, Emporia 28. Handoff Matthews. Matthews running left, runs into a wall, breaks a tackle at the 26. And he can't get away from the second tackler there. So it's only a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Schumann, 6 catches, 176 yards. 2 40-plus yard catches for him in this game. 2nd down from the 26 and 8 for UCO. 6:54 and ticking to go third quarter. Broncos up 34-15. Huff with Matthews to his left on this 2nd down play. Jet takes the snap, dropping to throw. Jet has time, looking left, throwing left, down the sideline. Schumann comes back to it. Did he catch it? He's got it for a touchdown. A back shoulder pass to Ashton Schumann. 26 yards, and the Broncos light up the scoreboard again with Jet Huff's 5th touchdown pass of the night. UCO going to go for 2 here to try to make it a 27-point game, as it's 40-15 UCO after the touchdown. Jet Huff now over 400 yards passing in the game. From the left hash, UCO will go for 2 here. Huff looking, throwing, right side, back of the end zone. Ball's tipped. Is it caught? It's caught on the deflection for the 2-point conversion. Braden Turner makes the catch, and the Broncos lead 42-15. 6:37 to go third quarter. This is UCO Bronco football. One away. Beasley and Bennett deep to receive it. Again, it's a squib kick. This one's going to be picked up. No, couldn't be picked up at the 21. Bennett will come up and get it at the 19. That was perfectly executed, as Bennett's only able to get out to the 26-yard line on the return. So Emporia State will have it 1st and 10 at the 26. Jed Huff has announced himself back after his injury earlier this year. He is 19 of 25 for 406 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And we still have 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter here. Just joined us, Emporia State, good pass defense, bad run defense. It's been the exact opposite tonight. Dennis on first down, hands to Crooks, running left. Crooks across the 30 to the 33-yard line. 7-yard carry for the sophomore out of Cushing, Oklahoma, transfer from Tulsa. Here's Dennis throwing left side. That pass is incomplete. We got a flag down. Pass is caught, actually, I believe. Haven't seen a signal yet. Looks like they are saying the pass is caught. We got a flag down. It's going to be a roughing the passer on UCO.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 90. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Lamb Gordon's the guilty party. So the pass was incomplete. I never saw the signal on that. So it's incomplete pass, but 15 yards on the roughing the passer. Willie Rice had good coverage there for UCO, but it's all for naught as the penalty will take the ball out to the 48-yard line. Dennis has an empty backfield. Hard snap count. Broncos move, got back, and then Emporia State moved. And I think this should be a false start. I think UCO got back before the Emporia player moved. If Emporia moved because UCO is in the neutral zone, that's one thing. But if they get back, I don't think it's a penalty. We'll see what they say here.
Offside. Defense number 17 in the neutral zone causing a reaction. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
It was a pretty delayed reaction, but still a 5-yard penalty and a first down. Still got the email inbox open, ucoradio@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you tonight. Paul Brown, thanks for reaching out. Also wishing John a very speedy recovery. 1st and 5 now for Emporia State at the UCO 47. Dennis looking left, pumps left, steps up now, looking to throw. Pressure, Johnny Wilson got him. Ball's loose on the ground, and I believe the Broncos recovered it. They did. It's recovered by UCO. Wesley Hudson picks it up. The Broncos force their 4th turnover of the night, and UCO will take over at the Emporia State 46-yard line. Johnny Wilson came in and poked it out, and Wesley Hudson recovers it, and the Broncos have the ball back already up 42-15. UCO looking to pour it on now with 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Appreciate Chris Reed reaching out. UCOradio@gmail.com. He says Dalton Hurd is a beast. I would agree. And also Sue, who's down below level 2 here at the press box at Chad Richardson Stadium in the suites, listening tonight. We appreciate Sue being in attendance and listening to our call here. UCOradio@gmail.com. Huff on 1st and 10 from the Emporia 46. It's a reverse. Schumann going left, looking to get outside. Gets away from a tackler at the 46, but he's banged down hard at the 44. Boy, that was Landon Boss who got in there. This Emporia State defense has been pretty shredded today, but Landon Boss has been all over the field for the Hornets. He is a heck of a ball player. Had an incredible game last week with 4 sacks, an interception, and a forced fumble. And he was in on that play to keep it just to a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8 from the 44 in Emporia territory. Broncos letting time run off the clock here. Play clock under 10. UCO not in a big hurry, up 42-15. Huff, play action. Look, and has a man open. Left side, Valeriano at the 10. He's at the 5. He's down to the 1-yard line. Jet Huff to Christian Valeriano. And it's 1st and goal for the Broncos at the 1.
It's a Bronco first down.
Valeriano got behind the defense and got wide open there. Figueroa makes the tackle. Officially, they'll say this is at the 2-yard line. So it's 1st and goal at the 2 for UCO. Broncos have scored 5 touchdowns tonight, and they've all been through the air. We'll see if we can get William Mason a touchdown run here maybe. Mason's to the left of Huff. Huff hands to Mason, right up the middle, bounces outside right, hit at the 1, fights through the tackle into the end zone. William Mason with a strong touchdown run. A flag flies after the play, but the Broncos add to their lead. It's 48-15, UCO on top. We'll hear from our referee to see what this flag is for. It was right in the scrum after the play. This may be an offsetting. We'll see. It's probably going to go on the kickoff. Still waiting from Phil Lombardi. Looks like it's going to be against UCO because they're asking Garen Higgins, I think, if he wants to take the penalty on the kickoff or on the extra point. Adam Dorrell's got 2 hands out with his palms up, wondering what's going on.
Result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 22 of the offense. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the ensuing kickoff. That is number 22's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul towards disqualification.
So Mason gets an unsportsmanlike conduct, I'm guessing for some sort of celebration there in the middle of the field. And so the Broncos will kick off from 15 yards further back. And Adam Dorrell is wanting an explanation from Phil Lombardi as to what he did. Kim will try the extra point here. Still got the extra point to go. .425 to go here in this third quarter. Broncos looking to stretch the lead all the way out to 34 here with Joseph Kim's extra point. Draven Cragg, snap is back to Jed Huff, who holds it on the turf, and Joseph Kim kicks it through. 4:25 to go in the third quarter, and the Broncos lead 49-15. This is UCO Bronco football. Huff with 449 yards passing and 5 touchdowns. The touchdown, most recent one, though, coming from William Mason after the Broncos forced their 4th turnover tonight. UCO had forced 4 all season through their first 6 games, and the Broncos have forced 4 tonight. Joseph Kim will kick this one off from the 20 after that penalty. It's a high kick, and the ball's going to hit on the ground. Miscommunication taken on the bounce by Bennett at the 25, and he's tackled at the 29-yard line. Chris Fitzpatrick with the big tackle on special teams at the 29, and Emporia State will start 1st and 10 there. Still a lot of time left in this one, a quarter plus 4 minutes and 21 seconds. It is trending towards a UCO win. Garen Higgins last week tied Francis Welch, who the stadium in Emporia is named after, with 116 wins, tied for the most in program history. I have no doubt that Garen Higgins is going to break that record, but it doesn't look like it's going to be tonight. Talking to Coach Dorrell earlier this week, he has a ton of respect for Garen Higgins and what he's done for this Emporia State program. Says he's one of his better friends in the MIAA as well. 1st and 10 from the 29. It's a pitch pass to Shannon going around the end right. That's Beasley out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Abner Dubar on the tackle. That'll be a gain of 4. Mason Dennis still in at quarterback. Empty backfield. Looking left, throwing left. Pass tipped and incomplete. Intended for Crooks, and it got tipped and went behind him. Connor Ashley had the coverage for UCO. Connor Ashley, by the way, had an interception in this first half. It's his birthday tonight. So happy birthday to him. He got an interception on his birthday. I'm sure that's probably the best gift he's going to get today. 3rd down and 6 from the 33 for Emporia State. Broncos will bring 4. Dennis looking left, throwing, pass incomplete. Too far out in front of Beasley and incomplete. And it'll go right back to UCO on a 3-and-out and a punt.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down for the Hornets.
Boy, the Hornets just have not been able to get anything going offensively. UCO's defense has forced 4 turnovers, and now Gilbreth will be back to receive this punt, standing at the 21-yard line. Dylan Davidson is the punter. He leads the nation in yards per punt, 46.9. Kid out of Stillwater, Oklahoma, Perkins Tryon High School. Davidson with a good one, but returnable. Gilbreth goes all the way back to get it at the 16. Gilbreth up the right sideline, 25, 30, out to the 34-yard line before he is driven backwards. So that is a punt of 51 yards, but a 16-yard return. An 18-yard return for Gilbreth.
Number 21, Schultz.
And it's a 1st and 10 for UCO at the 34-yard line.
1st and 10.
UCO has not ran the ball well tonight.
34-yard line.
Broncos only have 48 rushing yards, but Jed Huff with 449 through the air. And he'll be back out there trying to add to it here. 481 is the school record, so Jed Huff needs 35 yards to break a UCO school record. Handoff Cottrell. Counter going from left to right. Now back left again. Finds room. Looking for a block. It's out across the 40, 45, midfield. 50 weaving through tacklers and finally out of bounds on the left sideline after he runs it all the way to the Emporia State 43-yard line. 23 yards on the run for Jalen Cottrell, by far the longest run of the night for UCO, and a 1st and 10. That is the 20th first down of the game for UCO, as Cottrell runs for 23. Broncos will have the wind at their back in the 4th quarter as well. They've played this whole 3rd quarter into the wind. Huff, 1st and 10 from the 43 with Cottrell to his right. Jet takes a snap, hands to Jalen, hit in the backfield, breaks it, fights forward to the 41. Second wave of tacklers gets him there. That is Aiden Hicks who makes the tackle, and there's a Emporia player down. As for Emporia State, the injured player looks to be Peyton Taylor, defensive back out of Aurora, Colorado, and Eagle Crest High School. Broncos will be back in action next week here against Northeastern State. It's a non-conference game now when UCO plays for the President's Cup against NSU. So UCO will step out of MIAA play against Northeastern State. Always tough rivalry game. That is a program that has been down a lot recently but gotten a lot better over the last few years and gave UCO everything they wanted last year in Tahlequah. That'll be a 7 p.m. kick next week. It's also homecoming here in Edmond. So we'd love to see you out here at Chad Richardson Stadium. If you can't make it, you can hear the game on KOKC, or you can obviously take it in on the MIAA network. After the injury timeout, 1st and 10 2nd and 8 UCO at the Emporia 41. Dev Matthews in the game at running back. Broncos really trying to use some play clock here and wait until it gets down under 10 to take a snap. Huff hands to Matthews, running right. Nope, Huff's going to keep it. Running left, Huff runs down to the 39.
Ball carried by number 3, Jet Huff.
Hicks is there to shepherd him to the ground. Only a gain of a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Don't see many designed runs that Jet Huff ends up keeping. He's done a good job, though, since he came back from his injury to avoid contact at every opportunity. And that time he slides down after a 2-yard run. That's kind of a keep him honest type of run there. 3rd down and 6 at the Emporia 39. Huff, blitz comes. Jet looking, throwing, middle, incomplete. There's no flag down as Schumann got interfered with. Our umpire missed it because he got turned around because Schumann almost ran into him. So it's incomplete. It'll be 4th down. And we'll see if the Broncos want to go for it here or want to try to punt. It looks like they're going to punt and try to pin Emporia deep.
4th down, Broncos.
So Davis Barr will come in and try to pin the Hornets down inside the 10 with 1:33 to go in this 3rd quarter. 49-15 the score. Broncos run on a player late. Mason Ford deep to receive this one for Emporia, standing with his heels on the 10-yard line. High snap, but Barr handles it. The kick is a high kick up into the wind. Ford calls for the fair catch. He does not make it. It bounces inside the 5, inside the 3, inside the 2-yard line, and all the way down to the 1. Perfectly done, 38 yards by Davis Barr on the punt. And Emporia State will start at the 1-yard line. They'll mark it. It looks like at the 2, we'll call it. So it's a 37-yard punt, but perfectly executed for UCO on the short punt into the wind. And we'll see this Emporia State offense, which has 267 yards on the evening. They've been basically doubled up by UCO yardage-wise. Broncos have 524.
1st and 10, Hornets on their own 2-yard line.
Harris has Camden Crooks in the backfield on 1st and 10. Emporia has scored 2 touchdowns and a safety tonight. The first touchdown came on a trick play, Kingsley Bennett to Crooks on a reverse pass in the first half, and then Diego Kearns ran for a touchdown in the 3rd quarter here. We are still in this 3rd quarter with 1:19 to play. Dennis standing in the end zone. Dennis hands to Crooks. Crooks running right up the middle, looking to bounce outside. He can't get away from a tackler. He spun down. They're going to say he stayed on his feet. Now he's finally taken down at the 5. He got spun around by Jack Puckett, and he somehow stayed on his feet. Now the Broncos have a man down defensively.
A official's timeout for an injured defensive player.
It's Connor Ashley who's slow to get up. He's on his feet now and he's limping off the field. He'll get some help, but he'll be attended to by the UCO training staff. Mentioned this earlier, but 2 home games left on the schedule for UCO and 2 road games after tonight. Home games on the 25th and then November the 8th. Northeastern State on the 25th, November the 8th here against Missouri Southern. Next week a 7 p.m. game, 1:30 p.m. for the game against Missouri Southern. And then 2 road games left on the schedule as well. November the 1st up in Kearney, Nebraska against Nebraska Kearney. And then November the 15th in St. Joe against Mo West. Speaking of St. Joe, they are underway 4th quarter and Pitt State still leads Missouri Western, but the Griffins are hanging around. It's 30-20. Pitt State leads that one. 13 minutes to play. After the injury timeout, 2nd down and 7 from their own 5 for Emporia State. Dennis with Crooks to his right. Dennis takes the snap, pumps left, looking to go deep, fires one deep left. It's overthrown, it's intercepted! Intercepted, it's Marcus Works who intercepts it at the 29-yard line. The 5th turnover forced by the UCO defense.
Number 10, Marcus Works.
The 4th interception. 4 different players have picked off passes tonight, and the latest is Marcus Works. And the Broncos take over at the Emporia 29-yard line.
It's an interception by the defense. First down, Central Oklahoma.
Works had to go in the air and grab that one on the sideline, too. That was not an easy catch for Marcus Works, as he was not fooled by the pump fake. He stared that one down the whole way and made a great grab on it at the 29-yard line. And the Broncos will have it 1st and 10 with still 47 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. Already up 49-15.
29-yard line.
Huff has Cottrell in the backfield to his right. Jet takes the snap, play action. Jet looking, throwing, left side, pass incomplete. Oh, just a little short for Javon Thomas, who tried to go down and catch it at his knees and couldn't bring it in. It'll be 2nd down and 10. If you're just joining us, Jet Huff for UCO has thrown for 449 yards. The school record is 481, so he is 33 yards away from breaking the school record. Right now, UCO can only get 29 yards. They're at the Emporia 29. Huff hands it to Cottrell. Cottrell, no, Huff keeps it. Huff is wide open at the 20, 15, 10 to the 5, and inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. Faked out everyone in the stadium, including me, as Jet Huff add to his passing yards tonight. That run of 27 yards, and it's 1st and goal, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter coming up next. The Broncos are up big and about to add to it. It's 49-15. UCO leads Emporia State. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this. This is UCO Bronco football. Abilene Christian, so 2 20-plus-year-old records, which could fall here. The only thing that could keep them from falling in this 4th quarter is the Broncos being up by so much that they put in backups. 49-15 UCO, 1st and goal at the 2. Huff with Cottrell to his left. Huff hands to Cottrell, running right. Cottrell looking for a block. He doesn't get it. He's only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 2. It's never a bad thing as a coach when it's 49-15, but you feel like you got some real coachable moments. And I think that would be the Broncos in the run game. They haven't really been able to move the Emporia defensive line and get the ball moving on the ground. Now, to be fair, Emporia, I'm sure, is keying on the run, and that's why Jet Huff has had so many open lanes to throw it in. Matthews in at running back in the pistol now on 2nd and goal from the 2. Handoff, Matthews running right, hit at the 3, runs through the tackle and into the end zone. Dev Matthews told the defender, have a seat at the 3-yard line, and he bounces off of him into the end zone for the touchdown. Dev's 3rd touchdown run of the year. And it's his first one here at home this year. And it's his first one here in Edmond as a UCO Bronco. He had a ton of touchdowns in high school at Edmond North. But his first one as a Bronco in Edmond comes tonight from 2 yards out, and now Joseph Kim will come on for the extra point. Kim's kick is on the way, and it's good. 14-17 to go in the game. The Bronco lead is 41. It's UCO 56, Emporia State 15. You're listening to you. Come back to Edmond where it's 56-15 UCO with the lead as Joseph Kim will kick this one away with the wind at his back. And Kim, who's been squib kicking the entire third quarter, had to relish that one. He darn near kicked it into the waterfall in the south end zone. And Emporia State will start from their own 25-yard line. Still 30-20 up in St. Joe, although Pittsburg State is on the move at the Missouri Western 7-yard line in the fourth quarter. Pittsburg State leading again 30-20, the score there. 3 finals from earlier today in the MIAA. Northwest Missouri State statement win over Fort Hays State, 52-3. The Bearcats win in Maryville today. Missouri Southern with a nice win in Joplin over Nebraska Kearney, 24-16. And Washburn got their first conference win, 37-17 over Central Mo. They picked off the Mules 6 times in the game. Dennis on first down hands this one off and running back across the 25 to the 30-yard line. That is the first carry of the game for Kevion Robbins, senior out of Sparta, Georgia. Darius Hampton in on the tackle. It's 2nd down and 4 from the 31. Dennis has Roberts to his right on this 2nd down play. Now Roberts moves to the left. Takes the snap, hands to Roberts, running left, hitting the backfield and dropped. Jack Puckett comes in and gets him at the 29 for a loss of 2.
Ball carried by number 25, Robbins.
Puckett, the junior from Bixby, adds to his season total of tackles for a loss. Had 8 coming into this when he's already got a couple tonight. They'll give him forward progress to the 30, so it's a 3rd and 5. Dennis, play action, looking, pressured, rolling left, throwing, passes, intercepted with one hand by Gilbreth. Now they're going to say incomplete. Gilbreth came from out of bounds to intercept it. He went up with one hand and intercepted it, but he was standing out of bounds, and so it's incomplete. And it'll be 4th down, and Emporia will punt it away. Boy, the Broncos defense has just been ball hawking tonight, forcing 5 turnovers and nearly had their 6th there. Update from St. Joe, Pittsburg State gets a touchdown pass from Jackson Berry to Jalen Travis to make it 37-20 now. So it looks like the Gorillas are going to win that one, and Missouri Western's going to fall to 1-6 on the year. See if we'll see Clayton Creasy here for the Broncos or if Jet Huff will be back out there. Davidson will punt this one away. It's a high kick into the wind. Gilbreth calls for a fair catch, lets it go, and it bounces to the 32-yard line. So that is a 39-yard punt into this wind with no return. And we've got a timeout on the field. Call it a 38-yard punt. Broncos will have it 1st and 10 at their own 33 when we come back. It's UCO 56, Emporia State. Clayton Creasy is the quarterback. On first down, Creasy will fake the handoff, keep it right up the middle across the 35 to the 36. And at running back for UCO now is Emmanuel Crawford, sophomore out of Grove. He'll be back in the backfield with Creasy as the Broncos in no hurry here. Up big with 12:35 and ticking in this ball game. Clayton Creasy had to start a few games when Jet Huff was injured against Pittsburg State, led the Broncos to the win against Pittsburg State, and then was the Broncos starter against Washburn and against Northwest Missouri State. As Creasy hands this one to Crawford, running right. Crawford trying to make a man miss. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Broncos from the 36. Lots of new offensive linemen in there for the Broncos as well. David Smithwick in at center for UCO. We got Turner Hilburn in at left guard. Left tackle is Eric Moeller. Heard from the Moelers earlier. UCOradio@gmail.com. You can get in a late email to us, UCOradio@gmail.com. Creasy on third down will throw it. Against a blitz, steps up, throws, pass caught. Zayden Martinez with the first down grab at the sticks. He gets out to the 44. It's a first down UCO. Needed 7 yards, and Creasy hits Martinez for 8. Boy, Zayden Martinez with just his second catch of the year. He transferred out of Kansas State. His other catch was a 54-yarder, so his second catch of the year. He's got 62 yards now on the season. That one goes for a first down. Pistol formation from the 44 with Crawford behind Creasy. Creasy, snap, hands to Crawford, running left, looking to bounce outside. Nothing there. Now he's going to go back right. Looking for a block from Creasy. He gets it to the 45, 50, into Hornets territory, and all the way down to the 42-yard line. Great run that time for Emmanuel Crawford. All the way to the Emporia 42-yard line.
It's a Bronco.
That's a run of 14 yards and a first down.
Brought to you by Bacon.
Emporia State, second time tonight, they've over-pursued, and the cutback has been there for the Broncos. Mentioned those offensive linemen on the right side. You have Draven Gregg out there and Kenny Wormy in at right tackle. Hand off to Crawford, running left, makes a man miss in the backfield, but doesn't get much. In fact, he's going to lose a yard from the 42 back to the 43-yard line, where it's going to be second and 11. Tyke Andrews out there at wide receiver. Zayden Martinez in the game as well. And also Gavin Cunningham, redshirt freshman out of Ponca City, out there for the Broncos at receiver also. Darren Nickerson, the tight end, is split out wide right. 4 receivers here on second down. Handoff Crawford, running right, gets away from a man in the backfield, but again, is only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 11 for the Broncos at the 43. 9:20 and ticking to go in this game.
Third down, Broncos.
Broncos are going to improve to 4-3 on the year and 4-2 in MIAA play, and they will go out of conference next week, taking on Northeastern State for the President's Cup here in Edmond, before finishing off with 3 conference games, 2 on the road at Nebraska Kearney, home against Missouri Southern, and at Missouri Western. 3rd and 11, Broncos from the 43, need to get it to the 32. Creasy takes the snap. Blitz comes, picked up. Creasy hit as he throws. Ball's out. Loose on the ground. They're going to call it incomplete now. It is an incomplete pass, and so UCO will punt it away.
Ball tips at the line of scrimmage. Falls incomplete.
Creasy got that knocked out of his hands right as he threw it. It went forward. But it is officially an incompletion. That was Marte Russell who got in there to bat the ball out of his hands as he was throwing it. And so Davis Barr again will look to pin Emporia State deep. Be kicking this one with the win from the 43-yard line. Barr, high end over end kick. This will go over the head and into the end zone. Barr couldn't hold that one up with the wind at his back, and Emporia State will take over the 20-yard line. 8:36 to go in this ball game. The story of this game has been Jet Huff's 449 passing yards, and also Bronco defense that has forced 5 turnovers. They've intercepted Emporia State 4 times and also forced a fumble. The Hornets have gone to their backup quarterback. Ben Harris was 9 of 21 with 2 interceptions and 81 yards. He was knocked out of the game, and Mason Dennis came in, and he has not been any better. 5 for 15 with 2 interceptions and only 58 yards passing. 1 touchdown pass for Emporia State tonight was by a wide receiver, Kingsley Bennett, on a reverse pass. Here's a handoff up the middle on first down to Kevion Robbins, and he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Garbage time here for players on both sides. Broncos working with a few new faces on the defensive side of the ball here.
No game.
Nathan Spaulding in the game, along with Ezekiel Duncan and Ethan Stites up front. Dennis on 2nd and 10. Takes a shotgun snap, rolling right, throwing in the flat, pass complete, and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. It's caught by Darby Roper. Tackle made out there by Austin Hubert for UCO. And Joey Javier out there as well on the tackle. It'll be a 3rd down and 11 now from the 19. I think both teams would be okay if they just let the clock run here and we got out of here. As Dennis looking to throw on 3rd down over the middle. Man open, pass caught, short of the 1st down. Beasley, though, on his 2nd effort, is going to spin forward and get the 1st down out to the 31.
This pass is complete to number 45.
Andre Beasley, who's an Oklahoma kid from Muskogee, makes the grab, and UCO's got an injured defensive player. And that is Ethan Stites, who is holding his right knee. Pittsburgh State has added another touchdown, so they are now ahead 43-20 with the extra point pending on Missouri Western. So the Gorillas are going to improve to 6-2 on the year. And as we look at the standings after tonight's game, Northwest Missouri State now 5-0 on the season in MIAA play. Pittsburgh State will be 5-1 now. 4-1 with their win tonight. I think that is right. Yeah, 4-1 for Pittsburgh State. UCO will improve to 4-2 now in the MIAA. Central Missouri falls to 3-2 today with their loss. Nebraska Kearney Fort Hays State at 3-3. And Emporia is going to fall to 2-3. Here's a handoff on 1st down to Robbins, running right. Now he tries to reverse field to the left side, and he's only able to get from the 31-yard line up to about the 34. Gain of 3 on the play. Set up a 2nd down 7. Emporia State has won 8 of the 12 matchups coming into tonight in the series against the Broncos. Now 8 of 13 after tonight, as Dennis on 2nd down hands to Robbins again, running left and met in the backfield. Hank Puckett, first one there for the Broncos, along with Austin Hubert. It's a loss back to the 34-yard line. Actually, it's no gain, and it's 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 7 for Emporia State from their own 34-yard line. 6:15 to go in this ball game. Broncos up big, 56-15. Empty backfield for Dennis, who takes the snap. Looking right, throwing right. Pass underneath is caught, short of the 1st down. Catch made that time for Emporia State by Ethan Rucker. They'll get him to the 41, but it's going to be a 4th down and about a yard, and Emporia is going to punt it away. So in this series, again, the Broncos and Emporia had never met before UCO joined the MIAA, and they played 13 times since 2012, 13 after tonight. 13 after tonight. After tonight's game, Emporia will still lead the series 8-5. What's interesting, though, is in this series since 2018, or since 2019, I should say, is this punt up in the air. Gilbreth can't receive it, and it's fumbled right into the hands of an Emporia State player. So Gilbreth couldn't catch that one, and he muffed it right into the air, and Tristan Randalls, the long snapper, recovers it at the 24-yard line. So Broncos, without Jackson Laminack, their normal punt returner back there, had a few issues catching the punts on this windy night, and that one by Gilbreth is turned right back over to Emporia State at the 24-yard line. Told by John Fitzgerald that Emporia was played before the MIAA. Saw the series record on Emporia's website, and they listed it as since 2012, so maybe they only list the MIAA games. But in conference, Broncos are 5-8 now after tonight against Emporia State. There's a throw left side, pass complete to Darby Roper, short gain to the 21. It is worth noting, though, coming into tonight, Adam Dorrell 10-1 against Emporia State, so he'll improve to 11-1 now in his career against the Hornets. There's a pass right side, complete from Dennis out in the flat that time to Turner, his first grab of the game. And that's only a gain of 1 to the 20-yard line. That was Corey Turner on the catch. There's 56 points tonight, most points scored in this series between UCO and Emporia State by either team. Third down from the 20, 3rd and 6. Dennis looking to throw, pressured, gets away from one, now steps up, he's hit and he's dropped. Darius Hampton got to him first, then he had to track him down a second time, and he sacks him back at the 22. It'll be 4th down, and Emporia State will go for it here on a 4th down at the Bronco 21-yard line. 4th and 7 is what it's going to be. Bronco defense looking to make one more stop here on what's been a banner night for them, forcing 5 turnovers. Dennis pumps left, floats right, looking, throwing, throws it away. There's a flag down in the secondary. We'll see what this is for. It's on the Broncos that'll keep the drive alive. Emporia State seems to think it is on UCO. Dennis took a big hit as he threw that one.
Holding on the defense, number 12. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Jalen Sessions, the guilty party for UCO, so it will give Emporia State a first down on that 4th down play. Moves the ball down to the 11-yard line and makes it 1st and 10 for the Hornets. The Broncos again have homecoming next week. High snap handled by Dennis, hands it off right up the middle. Nice run by Robbins down to the 4-yard line. 7 yards for Kevion Robbins. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 4. We have 3:30 on the clock now.
2nd down, Hornets.
As it'll be 2nd and 3, Emporia State at the UCO 4. Dennis has Robbins to his right. He gets the handoff again, running right, runs into a pile, bounces outside, and gets away for the touchdown. Kevion Robbins with a 4-yard touchdown run. And Emporia State with the consolation score with 3:14 to go makes it 56-21. Caden Dotson will come on for the extra point for the Hornets. Emporia State next week will travel to take on a Central Mo team that's got to be smart, and after getting picked off 6 times today by Washburn and losing 37-17 in Topeka. Then they'll be at home to take on Northwest Missouri State before traveling to Washburn and hosting Fort Hays State to end the season. The extra point is on the way, and the extra point is good. 3:14 to go on the ball. Welcome back to Edmond. That touchdown for Emporia State. 6-play, 24-yard drive after the muff punt. Kevion Robbins with a 4-yard touchdown run. Hornets will kick it deep. This one bounces all the way down to the 4-yard line. Broncos will just pick it up and run out of bounds. It's Cottrell back there who was the deep man. Broncos sent out the hands team and sent everybody forward. So Cottrell, his only job was to recover that one and get down. He gets out of bounds, and the Broncos will have it at the 12-yard line. 3:11 to go. UCO just trying to run out the clock here and get to their 4th victory of the year. As mentioned, the Broncos have 2 more home games, 2 more road games on the schedule. UCO, who opened the season with that loss at UT Permian Basin, then improved to 2-1 with 2 straight wins. Followed that up with 2 straight losses to Northwest Missouri State and Central Mo, and it's about to be 2 straight wins again. Creasy on 1st down. Hands this one off, and Crawford running right doesn't get anything. He'll lose 2 yards back to the 9. 3-yard loss, actually, back to the 9. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Tackle made by 24, McCarty. 2nd down, Broncos.
2nd down and 13 for UCO from the 9. Broncos probably just going to put it on the ground a couple more times here and punt it away if they can't get the first down. UCO using all the time on the play clock. 14 seconds still left to tick away on this one. Hand off to Crawford. Crawford running left, and he is corralled in the backfield all the way back at the 7-yard line for another loss of 2.
By number 37, Emmanuel Crawford.
Dakota Murray sends us in an email at ucoradio@gmail.com. He says, how good was Jet Huff tonight? I agree. Huff was amazing. 449 yards for the junior out of College Station, Texas. Figueroa family checking in from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Nehemiah Figueroa's family from Emporia State. We appreciate them tuning in tonight. Wish Nehemiah and the rest of his Hornets good luck the rest of the way. We've got our 2-minute timeout here, so we will take the timeout with them. Exactly 2 minutes to play. Broncos lead. Welcome back to Chad Richardson Stadium. At the 2-minute timeout, Broncos up 56-22 on Emporia State. Got a few more minutes if you want to send us an email, ucoradio@gmail.com, like Ray and Alexandra Garina cheering on Adam Garina, their son, number 74. Watching from Fresno and excited to see the Broncos playing a great game tonight. They say roll chose. Creasy on 3rd down, hands to Crawford again, running left, and Crawford's going to lose another yard back to the 5, and the Broncos will punt it away. Also want to say hello to the Stewart family in Corona, California, who says great win tonight. UCO needed this injection of enthusiasm tonight. The family of Ryan Stewart for the Broncos. Stewart, the junior out of Corona, California, Santiago High School, and transfer out of Chaffee College. He's been a big part of this Broncos defense tonight that has been really good. Forced 5 turnovers and kept this Emporia State high-powered offense at bay. Davis Barr punting out of the end zone, a high kick towards the Emporia sideline, and out of bounds with 1:09 to play. So we'll see what the Hornets do here. They'll probably try to get another consolation touchdown, as the Broncos defensively have a lot of 2nd and 3rd teamers in there for this possession. Wesley Odemba in up front, along with Brogan Hardy for UCO. 1st and 10 Emporia from the 36. Hand off to Robbins, running up the middle to the 35, and he's tackled by Odemba after a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 8, we'll call it, from the 34. So a 2-yard gain. Emporia's only got to run one more play here from the 34.
2nd down, Hornets. Gain of 2.
2nd down 8, as Emporia State again is going to fall to 3 and 4 now with this loss. And 2 and 3 in MIAA play for the Hornets. Should be the last play of the game here, as the Hornets will run to the ball quickly, and Dennis out of the shotgun. He'll clap it, hand it to Robbins right up the middle. Odemba hits him again, and he's going to run back to the line of scrimmage where he's driven backwards. And that should do it. Clock will run to zeros, and the Broncos with a convincing win tonight here at Chad Richardson Stadium. 449 yards and 5 touchdowns for Jet Huff. 2 of those to Ashton Schumann, who had 202 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. The Broncos defense does their part as well. They force 5 turnovers, and for good measure, Joseph Kim perfect on field goals and special teams tonight for UCO. Broncos win it 56-22, the final score. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, and we will come back and wrap things up for you as UCO improves to 4 and 3 on the season. This is UCO Broncos.